right, and now we're switching. You guys gonna mic check all of you real quick?
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Mike,
Hello.
Mike.
All right, cool. Alrighty,
Ah.
here we are.
He's a little bit.
We had a few people missing from last time, but other people were here. Thank you for everyone for coming back again. And I feel that we need to do a little recap of what happened. So I'll do the little recap. At the moment, the team went out and they fought. Well, not really fought, but they went into a magical circus. And they met the jester, their favorite jester, the favorite clown of the town. And in doing that, they also went to his humble abode afterwards. And they learned more about Knight's Caliph Town and the rulings of Spice City. After so, they realized that the jester was the one hosting this secret nightclub underneath his house, or his summer house that he has there in Caliph Town. I was gonna say, anything else crazy happened? I know Bibbler, or yeah, my boy Bibbler, dude. I can't forget about Bibbler, man.
Didn't you lose him last time?
Yeah, he's right here. Bibbler's here too.
I think it was off.
Oh yeah, Bibbler was with yeah. So yeah, we went into the club. We found out Bibbler, his street name is Bibbler the Rizzler, because he was able to talk to any woman here at the club. It's almost as if he has some type of presence or whatever when he comes into the club. There's a lot of dancing. There was a scene from White Chicks when Les and Voss were dancing together. Apple and Sterling, they danced a little bit too, I'm pretty sure, and they were danced with. And Iris was, you know, just watching the scene, what was going on. She wasn't really interacting with anything. But after the scene in the dance floor, they were all gassed by the purple gas that everyone's affected with at the club, and they were eventually brought into the room. We're gonna continue on from there. So, as you guys are in the room, you guys are still daisy, kind of like hazed or whatever, just from all the drugs that were inhaled. Bibbler is you can see it, he's like high out of his mind. But you enter this room and there's just a gallery of several people here, and they all turn to you guys immediately once they see you. And as you look around, you see faces that you've never seen before. You see a man that kind of looks like a small dwarf wearing a pirate hat. Next to him, you see a woman with apparatus on her back, and it looks like what seems to be kind of like one of those tools that they use to gas insectides or insects. Next to her, you see a ghoulishly looking bear with braids on him, huge, ginormous polar bear. On the left side of the table, you see a woman who's in weird armor that you've never seen before. Some type of, you've probably heard rumors and, you know, things from the east, but you've never seen this before. Next to her, you see a woman decked out in full green armor and elf ears with a very brandish bow. Next to her, you see a tiefling with two blades, just kind of like, you know, eyeing you guys down. And to the right, on the couch, you see a woman in a very formal, beautiful dress, sitting there with her legs crossed, looking at you all, with what seems to be a ginormous creature on her lap, sitting next to her on the couch. And front and center, you see the man of the hour, the man you guys all been looking for, the man that you only heard rumors about. You see what seems to be a linguino. And they all turn to you. They close the drapes behind you, and the guards are, you know, they're holding out the area. And he looks at all of you and says, "Ah, seems like we got the party finally. I've been wanting to meet you guys for a while now, but I guess this is the best time to do it." And you see the ginormous ghoulish creature turn over to like, "Food? I eat food. Food." And the lady with the apparatus looks over to him. "Not everything that we have to do here has to be eating and killing. There's more experiments that we can possibly always test on. You know, unwilling test subjects are the best." And the guy turns over across the table. "Well, I mean, I guess you're kind of right. I mean, The unwilling ones are the best ones. And you see this dwarfish figure kind of look down at you. He steps off, and he looks at all of you. So this is the people who've been starting a racket around town. There ain't no way. They ain't doing anything. They haven't done shit. You see Bibbler, like, kind of like droopy, kind of like high. He's on the ground. And as you guys are there, you can see the lady is just like petting the creature next to you, and she's just eyeing you all down, not saying anything, but she has like a very curious smile on her face.
Which lady?
Oh, the lady sitting on the couch.
Oh, okay.
But yes, we haven't done anything. So I've got some question, if you allow me.
You come into my club, and you think you're gonna be asking me questions, and they all just laugh all together. You do like in a round, they all start laughing together. Besides the lady in the armor and this lady over here, they're the only two that don't laugh. They're just silent.
Last time I checked, trying to get a business back into, well, business wasn't considered making a racket. But I understand that dealing with the some of your people, it seems to have caused quite the trouble for the both of us, as I understand.
I've been watching you, of course. Trying to work with the Rat Queen. That was your biggest mistake. How foolish of you. Did you really think you were gonna get anywhere with that? And you see the man over here, and he kind of like snaps his fingers, and you can see that his face and everything begins to contort and change, and it looks just like the rogue that stabbed the Rat Queen. And then he snaps his fingers again and goes back to normal. You can always jump in and say whatever. You don't have to type it.
Actually, wait, do we recognize any of these people in the room?
No, you don't recognize any of them. You're looking over and you see like this bandaged group of people in here that you've never seen before.
We recognize the assassin.
Yeah, you do
Now-
recognize the assassin when he snapped his
Assassin.
fingers. When he snapped his fingers, you recognize him. You recognize that he was the person that stabbed the Rat Queen, but he was wearing a different type of disguise.
Hmm.
I have some words with you if I can find you.
You guys are still very like, you guys are talking normally, but at the moment you can feel like the drugs are kind of like they're kind of getting deeper into you. You're starting to feel it even more and more.
Oh,
And-
are we still okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Dance party.
yeah, you could tell
we
like
thought
it's
this was the VIP lounge room.
you can tell it's like a serious situation, but at the same time you can tell that like you're still feeling the effects a little bit.
I can feel the vibrations of the music
Yeah, and
through
then
the walls.
and Bibbler is like, and he turns around and he goes up to this corpse over here and he starts to puke profusely all over it.
Oh, uh-oh. Party foul.
And when the lady in the armor sees that, she immediately takes out a giant sword, unsheathes it, and puts it in the back of the head of Bibbler. It seems as if it's not the right place or time for stuff like this. But, you know, I'm not all that mean as people say that I am. I'm what you call a very humble, very, very nice, very, giving person.
That's not what happened to my store.
Oh no, that was just casualties of war, If you were simply just giving me the store, then we wouldn't have any problems, you understand?
Well, I have
Oh.
no idea how you find an empty store important, but it seems like you are going through way too much trouble trying to get a hold of it.
Do you even know what's in that store? Do you even know what power is held within? Simply not,
No.
obviously. Apple,
Hitler?
you
Maybe in the fairy tale.
yeah, everybody that recalls, the only thing that you recall in there was
agnostic.
that door. I'm agnostic. You do recall the door that was hidden in there, and then you guys
Yeah,
were
we're
trying
not
to
gonna
open it.
admit to that.
Yeah.
Me and Sterling were on the second floor when they found the door, so I wouldn't know unless they told me about it.
Yeah, it's up to you guys if you. But Apple and Voss's eyes kind of like, they kind of like lighten up a little bit when he talks about like something hidden inside of the store.
What do you know more
Yeah,
about my
what-
store?
And he kind of like he steps down from his throne and he begins to walk around slowly, looking at all of you and passing by all of his constituents here. There's a powerful magic in that store. Something not anyone can comprehend. It seems as if your grandmother was the only one who can wield it and use it. And if Shiver is correct, and the lady over here on the couch kind of leans over and looks at him, it might be something in the family. You understand? And he goes over, he looks over, and he's kind of like gesturing towards Apple. You
Maybe I can do something about it too.
Oh, quite. How nice of you. You could be so giving. If only you would just,
After a dip, maybe.
you'll think about it. Well, I mean, if we come to a proposition, maybe we can all work together, It's like I said, I'm a very giving person and there's no need for fuss.
Now, wait just a minute. You're just now talking propositions after you've already invaded Miss Apple's store and taken all of the belongings inside of it that used to belong to her grandma.
Who
Is
said that I
what I'm
invaded it?
understanding correct?
No one said anything about invading property. I'm an upstanding citizen.
Your team
Can I
did.
make an insight check on that?
Yeah.
It's gonna be
What do you-
24.
24. Yeah, you can tell that he's kind of like telling the truth, but you can tell that he's wording it to a way to not be directly to him. It's kind of like
Okay.
those.
Because
those
it wasn't him, it was his goon squad.
Yeah.
The
It was-
blood,
All right, Penguino.
the
I
blood
think,
peasant moon.
I think we don't need to pretend, right? I know you're a powerful person within the city. I know you have people that they can do everything for you. Just around this table, you have 6 people that will, as they say, lick your boots. But I don't understand how you come here and give us propositions and ask to work with us after you've clearly and very clearly sent people to ruin Miss Apple's store and mine included.
Me?
So
Me doing such thing? Moi? Destroying? And everyone starts to begin to laugh around the table. They all laugh together. You guys all know what I've been doing. He kind of gestures to his team. You've all seen. You've all worked with me. I haven't touched anything. I've simply fixing some wrongs. That's all we were doing. You understand,
You
as a
may have
businessman, as myself, we have to, we gotta fix the city a little bit, and those slums that you live by. That's just part of a renovation plan.
Oh, give me a break. You sit quite literally, even if those skulls might be fake, you could sit quite literally on a skull of thrones, not afraid to throw innocent lives under your way just to get what you want. I know exactly the type of person you are.
And he kind of moves up closer, and he leans closer, like really close to you. And you can see that on his face, he has like scars, and there's a scar that's almost hitting his eye. That is hitting his eye, and his eye is like whitish. And his hair is completely white. And he looks over and he says, do tell then. Tell me, who am I?
Do you need
Would
me
I-
to spell it out?
What would you like to do, Sterling?
Sorry, for interrupting. But would I know that this is El Pinguino by his face, or is he only someone I've heard of like rumors about?
You've heard rumors about him,
It-
and then in the rumors that you've heard about a man who wears who dresses in this attire specifically, and he does have scars on his face, and he also has a somewhat of a limp on his leg, his left leg.
Okay. So, stepping in to help Iris a little bit. Now, if I had to wager, I'd say you're El Pinguino,
Why, yes, living, breathing.
which means you are indeed very powerful. It also means you don't get your hands dirty.
Of course.
That
never.
doesn't mean that the money in your pocket isn't dirty. Now, we're all well aware that it was you who sent those goons that ransacked Apple's store. Can we please stop pussyfooting around that bit of information?
And he kind
And
of.
while I'm well
Oh.
aware,
Okay.
and while I'm well aware of the tactics that scoundrels like you use, because I myself use them, I understand that you ransacking the store was a show of power. Smash first, ask questions later.
And he kind of like, you kind of see like his right eye kind of like pierce and look at you. And he gets up to you as well. Ah, Sterling, huh? The merchant person. And he turns over. You know a lot about her, right, Chill? You've worked with her. And he's like, yeah, you know, she has some type of... she has some type of magic that I haven't seen before. Something with money, I don't know. But yeah. We know a lot about you already, Sterling. You know, you've worked hand in hand with Chill over here, my counterpart. If I were you, I probably wouldn't open your mouth as much, because this has nothing to do with you. This has to do with Apple.
Well, Apple and her store are currently under my charge, so this is my business.
Oh? Is this true, Apple?
I suppose second manager.
That's the second manager. But from what I recall, it seems as if the store was given to
After
Apple.
everything.
I don't think the store was given to you, Sterling. Also, I don't really...
Oh,
To be very honest, all of you are kind of riffraff and useless. Apple's the only one I really need. And you kind of see all the...
useless?
all of them kind of like brandish their weapons, like get their stuff ready, and you see the creature on the left begin to stand up and growl menacingly at Sterling. And the polar bear guy in the back takes his axe out. Do I get to eat now, boss? I'm so hungry. I haven't eaten in about an hour, boss. We simply can't kill them, because if we kill them, we can experiment on them. How am I gonna know if my next concoction is the worst thing ever? And this guy comes around and is like, Boss, if I were you, I would just, you know, he kind of like gestures. He's like, you know, the guys haven't had some fun in a while, so if we end up just killing all of them, then we don't have to do anything. And he kind of like turns around. And he walks up to him, and he says, "Oh yeah, quite interesting. Are you the leader?" And he kind of like fronts on him. Are you the one calling the shots? Are you trying to say that you're better than me, Snowball? No, boss. I wasn't. And he grabs him by his throat and begins to like suffocate him a little bit. Boss, I swear I didn't mean to talk out of turn. Not quite, Snowball. Just speak when spoken to. You know how it is. And he kind of, gently slaps his cheek a little bit. Anyway, back to what we were discussing.
It's on him.
What I want is Apple. Apple, I know you know whatever magic is hidden within that store, and I know that you can activate it. I know that it is passed on from generation. We've done a lot of reconnaissance on the store. We've done a lot of things, and we've tried to enter it, but it seems as if some type of creature or some type of being has been stopping us. But the first time we've had access to it is when you were running the store. And he turns around.
Sorry, I don't know what creature you're talking about.
What if he kind of like puts his hand, not creature, that lady.
My store.
That lady's been stopping us constantly every time. It's as if it's watered or some sort. He's talking about, from what you guys recall, Hedessa.
Yep.
The lady that helped you rebuild the store.
Yeah, I remember.
Hedessa was taking care of the store. Kind of Hedessa and Bibbler were kind of like protecting the store the whole time that you
That old hag.
that old hag. So please, explain to me, why should I just kill you all and just, allow Apple to live? I don't really need any of you.
Because she values us more than you know. She'd never help you if you took our lives. Tell him, Miss Fleetfoot.
I find it
I guess so.
interesting.
Yeah, can you say it more enthusiastically?
Yeah. I need them to run my shop. I couldn't have done a better job without them. So, they're essential to the shop.
You
Sound like
remind
you're
me.
trying to get a
And-
promotion.
Yeah, you remind me of myself, Apple. When I was a young entrepreneur, walking around Halif Town, figuring out what my next venture was going to be, and eventually becoming what I am, the man that I am now. But I want you to think about this, Apple. Think about this really, really hard.
An adventure.
I'm Avenger. Is what you said? I'm an Avenger.
Not an adventure.
Oh, I thought you said I'm an Avenger. Like whispered it underneath her
Yeah, I
fucking.
did.
I'm an Avenger. What? What'd you say? Is this the MCU?
Yeah. There's a part where now that you said that, I think you're like contractually required to jump over the table and get your setup. No wait.
I'm an Avenger. And he kind of like he points over to Shiver, the lady who's sitting on the chair. And she kind of nods, and you see as her hands she forms her hands together into like a clap and then spreads them. And as she spreads them slowly, you kind of see like an illusion pop out. And you see like what looks to be space. And then you see like a point, like a very bright point in the middle. And you see a bunch of different locations branching out from it. We see, Apple, as you know, me being such a very powerful man and giving as I am, I want to treat the rest of the world and the rest of everything I can to the same life that I've given everybody here in Halif Town. It's been such a better life that everyone's been living now. Your store has an anchor in it. It has something very powerful. Something that will allow us to go to different locations in time and... How do you say it, Shiver? And she kind of like, shows it, and she's like... She's moving it, and she's doing several different illusions, and do a perception check as you guys are looking at it.
Does my 16 passive perception work, or do
We could roll to see anything higher real quick, but 16 should be passing.
I got a 18?
18. So as you look at her illusions and you see all the points in that it's linking to, you can see images of things that you've never seen before, like different locations, but none of them look Faerunian, or a few of them look Faerunian, a few of them look like completely different from what you've seen, like technology that you've never seen before. You see, if I'm allowed to access this, and I'm allowed to go into these different, what do you call it? I don't know, Shiv. I'm not a magic man. You know this. It's she turns. So you're speaking of different multiverses. That's what you're trying to say. Multiverse. Yes, that's the word. So if I can go to another multiverse and grab and take control, grab their technology, come back, take control of that location, you know, yada yada yada. Imagine how powerful we can become. We can rule Faerun. We can rule other time. We can rule other multiverses. And Apple, my dear, you are the key. You are the one we need.
I thought you were a giving person.
I am giving. I'm trying to give all of these other multiverses a better timeline. And they kind of show you, like, some of them are war-ridden and some of them are just, like, impoverished. She kind of, like, you know, she kind of, like, zooms in or, like, chooses a specific area that shows, like, certain part of multiverses where, like, people were just completely blown up from, like, a nuclear fallout. They show one where, like, the whole world is kind of, like, impoverished and there's one man ruling the whole world. One shows a futuristic area.
Get a load of this guy. He wants to save the multiverse when he can't even fix half a city.
What I'm understanding here is that you expect that your web of power will extend to multiple different worlds.
Well, yes, of course.
Yet your web of power isn't even the scale of a continent yet. That seems to be quite a step up. And as far as I understand, looking at your companions, well, they seem a little bit intimidated by you, but it seems that most of your intimidation is full of smokes and mirrors as you walk upon the quite literal schools of innocence to get what you want. Am I correct in that assumption?
Nah, you're funny. You really think you so smart and you know so much wisdom. You really haven't even lived the lives that I've lived. You haven't even done anything that I have done. You know nothing. Everything that comes out of your mouth is simply air. Nothing of use. Do you know that some of these multiverses don't even have magic? What happens if a magic user goes into one of these multiverses and takes control? They probably think we're some type of deity. I bet you never thought that far, did you?
Well, this is the first time I'm hearing about this sort of multiverse thing, but...
And this is
okay,
why...
let's say you
Yeah.
find a world without magic, and you become the ruler. How useful are those people to you? You will have an army of commoners with no magical aptitude. Maybe you could train them to become fighters, but it would take a lot of resources. Resources that you may have, you may not have. Again, considering you, like my friend here said, cannot fix half a city, I'm not sure if you have the resources to fix an entire world. As you claim.
How naive. So naive. You simply don't understand. There's no reason for me to explain everything that I need to do and what my plans are. You think very small.
I think you think too big. Your scale seems to be off-putting. Do you believe you got what it takes to rule multiple worlds?
Quite yes.
When you have to lead a city in shadows.
Quite easily,
assuming you
actually.
even lead it.
I think I definitely can control several locations at once. Quite easily. And he turns over to the lady wearing the apparatus. And you can see that she's messing with a bunch of nozzles and stuff. And then she has kind of like a small switch that she presses. And all of you give me a wisdom saving throw.
I do that. 22.
Okay.
19.
13.
10 and 13. Voss and Sterling, your eyes immediately turn purple, and so does Bibbler's, and you go into like a state of kind of like a catatonic state where you can't move your body or anything, and your body and mind kind of like start to work on their own, and your eyes begin to turn a deepish hueish purple, and so does Bibbler's, and you start to walk around kind of like in a zombie-like form.
I need my people working. Release them from there.
Ah.
And they're just moving around doing whatever.
Ah.
Yeah, they're just scrambling around. Just-
Ah.
Hey, get back in there! What are you? He's like, what are you doing?
Ah.
Hey, what are you doing?
Ah.
We got another one drugged up again, huh?
Yeah.
And yeah, you guys both see this. You guys both see that. You guys both see that, and then the guards kind of like push him back in. They kind of like, you know, but they're just sitting there. Is like, it seems as if you don't even stand much stretch of my power. What do you think we've been passing around this town? What do you think we've been doing to get control?
Once again, that wasn't your power per se. That was one of your companions. Which, and I'll say this again, you lead with the hand of fear and smokes and mirrors. I have yet to see you have any actual power.
Me?
You can,
You really need me to
Yeah.
do something. You're asking me to do something.
Yes.
if you
Juggle with
feel like it,
three
I don't
knives.
really care that much.
Really? And why should I show you what my power is? And they all kind of like look over, and they're kind of like, you know, you can see that they're all kind of like tensed up. And everyone kind of like looks over, just, you know, everyone's kind of eyeing him down. And you can see kind of his eye turn like a reddish hue. And then he kind of like smacks his head a little bit. He's like, no. No need for this. No need for violence. I'm turning a new leaf. Like I said, I'm a very giving person.
You are?
Yes, I'm a very giving person. Apple, you work with me, and we control all these different types of locations. Think about it, Apple. It's what your granny would have wanted.
Granny wanted to save people.
That's what we're doing. We're saving all these impoverished
True, that's what
locations.
you do.
Yes. Do you really think that... You think that all these multiverses and all these people can survive without a good leader?
Let's think
why?
logistics for a second. You have a world that's starving, an entire world. A
course.
world with many more people than our world.
Of course.
How can you ensure food for all of them? Let's assume you have a world that nothing can grow in, and but it's full of people, and the only way they survive is through scavenging, and I don't know. I don't understand really the completeness of the multiverse yet, but assume you have a world where you would not be able to grow anything in, and it's full of hungry people. How are you gonna assure that those people will live?
Quite easily. My constituents can cast magic.
Oh, and so you believe magic will be able to feed hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands?
It's almost as if you don't know how crops work, do you? If we go in there and we fix their issue, then what happens? We're the gods. They think that they follow us. You being a follower of Lathander or anything, I would imagine that, you know, you would want to help a bunch of people. Oh, sorry about that. It's almost as if you got excommunicated recently. It's so weird how that happened.
Yeah,
There's
excommunicated.
trash on the floor.
And then she kind of, he's like, I don't want to deal with that anymore. They press the switch again, and you guys come back. You guys come back too.
Excommunicated by a church of full of fakes.
Mm.
As far as I'm aware, every Morning Lord's records are saved in each of the churches.
You know what I
And
think? You want to hear my
I
2
haven't
cents?
read it.
I honestly
Oh,
feel
yeah,
like
sure.
you're the fake. Honestly. Then everyone around the room starts to laugh a little bit and chuckle, and there's like, You come here, you start up your little shop, you try to do whatever, and you still just can't make it to that next step. You've been at the same step for so long, Iris. You just can't make it. It's almost as if something's holding you back. And you might think, oh, it might be the church, it might be all these other people. But if you look deep inside, and you know it as well, it's you. You're the fake. You don't even know. Being
He's full
excommunicated.
of baloney, Iris.
Speaking to the church, you really think your God is gonna listen to you now? Especially you being excommunicated and your faith in shambles?
God doesn't care whether a cleric approves of my doings. God cares if he approves of my doings. I do not need to prove to another cleric whether my acts are rightful or wrong. That depends upon my God, not upon the church.
Oh yeah, quite nice. The religious ones. Always having an answer. My God here, my God this, my God that. Yet, this town is in shambles, and I had to come in and fix it. The church didn't do anything. I renovated the church, I built it. I fixed all these other buildings. Who did that? Was it your
Why
God?
the building
No.
was destroyed? So,
Last time I checked, the buildings you quote unquote fixed burst into flames.
Oh
And
yeah, renovation.
Coincidentally enough, oh yeah, I heard of it. It's called Matchbox Renovation.
Yeah,
Heard of it
renovation.
recently. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Anyways, coincidentally, that is the exact same thing that my God is telling me I should do to you. But
Hmm.
considering that
Oh.
I know that right about now we are slightly outmatched, which is fair enough. Obviously, you dragged us here against our will.
And he look,
into
he kind
what
of
is
laughs.
basically a death trap.
He laughs at you.
Had to
Says-
hide behind the safety of his security.
He laughs at you a little bit. Slightly. That's fucking hilarious. Slightly unmatched. You don't even know what you're up against. Just you being naive again, Iris. Being fake, not
Well-
understanding anything. You don't even know what my people are capable of. What would you like to do,
can
Apple?
I get the name? Can I get the name of your people that trashed my place?
You speaking of the goons that attacked your place?
Yes.
As I said
Sorry.
before, it was not something that I did. Yes, of course I want access to your store, but I don't have control over them. I just was the liaison, you see?
I need.
I'm not sure if I
Maybe.
trust that. I'm gonna run insight on that.
Yeah.
With a 26, not 20.
Yeah, he's being honest. He was literally the liaison for that situation.
Huh.
Why did they tell us that they worked for you directly? I don't remember who said that. But
People
they did.
believe whatever. They don't really know what goes on in the shadows. They just think that they know. And he looks over to Iris.
You should.
It's always people like that. They don't change anything in this world. They don't do anything. They think. They say all this nonsense, but it's all air. I'm the only one who's been
I
doing
think we should
changes
fire
around
these
here.
people.
Why?
What?
They did stuff under your back.
Yeah, why do you let them run amok? About among the city
No.
you claim to care about so much.
And he
It's part of the multiverse.
Kind
He
of
goes-
losing credibility here.
yeah, he goes over and he walks over, meanders back to his throne, and he snaps his finger. Shiver goes over, grabs like a coffee, gives it to him, and you see he puts a little bit of alcohol in there. And he's just sitting there. We can talk about this all we want, but what I really want is Apple. What are we gonna do here, Apple? Let's strike a deal.
I want
Well-
you to fire these people.
Who?
Maybe I'll
Who are
consider
you
it.
speaking about?
The Blood Peasant
Uh.
Moon.
And he kind of like looks over.
Is that what you call?
The blood crescent
No one
moon?
noticed I already used that joke. That's right.
Yes.
So you're telling me,
Those
if I fire the blood crested moon, you will willingly work with me?
I don't.
That is
Wow.
something I will consider.
Consider? I don't think you're in the room to consider all you want. I think you have to make a decision now. And you kind of see as they all like brandish their weapons. She takes out,
Yeah.
she unsheathes her sword. She gets her bow ready. You see that he
Don't need to threaten me.
he takes out 2 daggers, and they have that purplish hue on them. She starts to crank up her backpack a little bit. Kind of feel like a noise crank up on the backpack.
Miss
Yes.
Fleetfoot, working with them would be the opposite of your grandmother's will. I will say.
Oh. I just wanted
This
to
is
inquire.
exactly what she was trying to thwart this whole time, and what she entrusted to you.
Now,
Can I recall
s-
what
You
the
recall what?
message that
The message from
Granny?
from Granny?
Yeah.
Yeah, Granny's message just talked about you inheriting the shop, and on the note it says that you must protect it at all costs. You're the next in line.
No. I guess I have to refuse the offer now.
well,
Yeah.
you see,
Maybe.
Mr. El Pinguino, you have made, I would say, a small mistake. You told us something that gives us leverage. You need Miss Apple alive. So, and from what it seems to me, you cannot force her into opening that portal to the multiverse. She needs to do it of her own volition. So, once again, I want to ask you, how are your threats valuable to Miss Apple?
I guess you're right. I guess we need to step it up a little bit. Sterling, give me a strength saving throw.
Ah, goddamn! I was just about to tell everyone to shut up and stop taunting the powerful dude who would probably kill us this time with his finger.
You see as the bear walks over, he's like, "You're quite right." You see as the bear walks over, and the lady in the armor walks over to Sterling.
That's a 7.
Hey, I don't think so. I punched her in the face.
Sure. Yeah, it's a 7. Let me roll for them, and you can roll to attack if you want to punch.
There's a 3.
No, it does
Hit.
not hit.
Ugh.
You hit the bear, and you hit him on the side of the ribs, and he's like, "Are you trying to tickle me? You're funny."
Oh, good idea. I start tickling him.
I start
Since my
tickling.
strength didn't work. Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, they grab him and they start dragging her to the side of the room over here.
You think that'll work? Miss Goldleaf has an unbreakable will.
Yeah,
So-
and then yeah.
Hey,
From what I understand, you're gonna try to torture us all until we give you what you want, but once
Did I
again,
remind you all?
Torture? Why would I
That-
torture you? You're useless to
Oh,
me. I'll just kill you all right.
He's bluffing. Miss Fleetfoot, everyone that's ever called us useless immediately asked us for something right after. And this is
Mhm.
nothing new. It's the same thing right now.
And the guy, he takes out his 2 blades with the purple hue on it, and he's brandishing it, on Sterling's neck.
I need my
Can I
manager's
prepare an
alive.
action to Misty Step if things get bad?
Yeah, you want to prepare an action?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm not cooperating unless my employees are leaving.
No, it seems as if one of your employees over there wants to run their mouth, and they really don't believe anything of my
That's
power.
right.
They don't believe in my power, so I guess I might as well show a little bit, right?
You're a coward who hides behind thugs. Why would I ever believe in you?
Thugs.
Now, as I may remind you all,
A blade on her neck. A blade on her neck.
right? I went to school for this kind of stuff, and you all are doing it wrong. You don't piss off the most powerful person in the room. Also, taking a deal to get thugs to stop attacking your store in exchange for indefinite servitude is a shit deal.
And he
So if you would all stop taunting him so I don't die, that would be great.
he kind of like looks over and he starts clapping his hands a little bit. Wow, it seems like you do have an intelligent one in your group. That's quite the show you put on there.
From it now.
Do I have a choice here?
Do you? You always have a choice. You can do whatever you want, Apple, at any time.
You could start breakdancing right now.
You can break dance right now. You can start crying. You can
Are we
force
still
yourself to vomit.
enchanted to dance?
No, you're not enchanted to dance, but you kind of feel like this.
Oh.
You feel like you still feel, well, especially you feel the effects of the purple haze.
Yeah, I think I had a nat 1 on
Yeah.
this save, or like super low. Oh, and they zombified me too.
So
Was it the same feeling as the purple haze when she did that? By the way.
Yeah, you when you were zombified, all you were thinking about was you on the dance floor. You were like, oh damn, dude, I was busting a move, like catatonic state, but you were dancing in your mind.
Okay, so it's like the same as before. What I was thinking about.
Yeah.
All right. That was my question. I'm good now.
So Apple, what's it going to be? What would Granny do? You think Granny would allow one of your employees to get slaughtered right in front of you, huh? You think that's the right answer?
I would allow Bibbler, but I can't allow the other.
Seems as if I almost already sent you a warning
you
to your house already. No, that small
so
little
you did
rogue.
send
That roguish man, he was quite annoying, man. I didn't really want to deal with him.
Okay, if I did help you for
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you want with my store, what do I get in return?
What would you like? Would you like your own multiverse?
I
You can
suppose I
do-
want-
You could do whatever you want. You can have one of the multiverses as just pure happiness. You know, everything is set like a utopia.
Why get
I'm giving you
50% of your
50
of your
50%. What? And they laugh. They all begin to laugh. 50%. You might be the anchor, but you're not everything.
It sounds like she is. 50% or 0%. It's like, oh, I guess
I have
50%.
access to the multiverse.
Hmm. And Sterling, give me bam, 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 bam. Give me a wisdom.
You're asking for all the saves that I'm terrible at. Let's- 18.
18. Okay, cool. Also, are you going to try to Misty Step? Because he kind of like looks over to him and he's brandishing to like, you know, kind of like poke you a little bit with the dagger, kind of like stab you a little bit.
Yeah, like I feel like if he tries to cut or stab me with it, I'm gonna poof because that thing's poisoned and I don't want to mess with it.
Yeah. What type of Misty Step are you casting?
It's just the standard level 2 spell. Teleport
Okay.
speed 20 feet.
Alrighty. So this is what happens. He goes and he is going to try to stab you. Where are you trying to Misty Step to?
Well, let's see. I could see out the door, so probably like here.
Okay. Well, yeah, don't go there yet.
Yeah.
So you're over here and you're being grappled, and he goes in to stab you, and you verbally say the words to begin to Misty Step. And Shiver, who's over here in the corner, sees that you're about to cast a spell, and she puts a block kind of on you, and the spell fizzles. Now, no need to make things complicated now.
Oh, no need to make things complicated. You have a knife to my throat. It's already complicated.
And you take 5 damage. And we can do this all day, Apple. And you can hear that Sterling kind of like screamed a little bit. Not scream, but she kind of like... You can see that she tried to teleport away. And then her spell got canceled. And then you see as the stab wound kind of, you see that purplish hue that you saw on the rat queen, and you see it in her body again, on her now.
15%. I'm putting it out there.
15%.
Your property.
It really doesn't seem like a good deal.
And you're
It
good?
really, honestly, I don't think I like it that
And you-
much. Sterling, give me another wisdom saving throw.
If if
Can
this
I-
happens again, I'm throwing my
Wait a
coin at Apple.
Can I, before she
Imagine-
gets, before Sterling gets stabbed, can I put Sanctuary on her?
Sanctuary on Sterling? Sure, you can try.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Go and cast your level 4 counter spell on me then.
Yep, you get countered again.
Oh well. I mean, she's using level 3 spell slots for my level 1 spell slot. She's gonna lose. I for sure have more level 1 spell slots than she has level 3.
That's true,
I
but
refuse to
then
believe it.
you can see that the other people kind of brandish
Talk to
their
my manager
weapons.
for a second.
They kind of brandish their weapons, and then this girl, the alchemist, goes behind you, kind of blocking the door. And then the big bear guy kind of like looks over. Do I get to eat the cat? Am I gonna eat the cat, boss? No, they're just casting spells. They're trying to protect their friend. And you see this woman, she jumps on the table and she has her bow ready. And she looks over Tyrus. Try it again, kitty. Attempt it. You really don't think you really understand. You're not in a situation to be doing all this work. Perfect shot right in your head.
Oh, I'm fully capable of my abilities. You see, I'm just thinking of ways to get all my companions out of here at the same time.
Now. No need to get brandish. This is all Apple. That's all I need. Are you gonna cast Sanctuary?
It is
He's gonna try to stab her one more time.
Why is my idea so laughable?
Apple, you work for
I
me. You have to
swear.
understand.
Multiverse multiplied by 1 universe and conquering that, I think that's a lot already.
No. You're gonna be working for me now. Do you understand?
Okay, 10%.
10%.
Apple, I swear to
Wisdom saving throw, Sterling.
Apple, you're gambling, literally gambling, bargaining with my life. Stop it and just take what you can get. And
Don't
I
worry,
get a-
Apple. There's 3 more of us.
There's three more of us after.
We got plenty of
Wow.
time for negotiations.
I get a 3 on my wisdom save.
Okay, you starting to feel that zombiness again, and you feel this. You feel as a stab wound, the second stab wound. Oh, sorry, it's a D6. Wrong one.
5%?
No, go higher.
It seems as if your party members don't care unless they have the knife to the neck. You take another 3 damage, and then you feel like your veins are
Okay.
hurting.
How much life points do you have left?
I can't tell you that.
Oh,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't tell her.
I can tell you that I'm not looking too good.
And he walks
is
up.
it that
He
you
walks
want?
up. He walks up to Apple. This is a deal of a lifetime. Work with
I'm not getting
me.
anything in the bargain.
What?
How is that a deal?
Why are you so tall, Apple?
I'm not getting things.
Well, you're taller than me.
Oh.
Turns out, canonically, El Pinguino's a short king.
Yeah, El Pinguino's short.
That's why it's called the penguin.
No, he's like averagely height.
Yeah. And he puts his hand out to Apple.
No, he is a little.
He puts his hand down. You take the deal. Sterling dies first. The rest die right after. And you see all of them kind of like get their weapons out. And you see Shiver in the corner. You can see she's preparing. She's preparing a spell. Take the deal. Or we just keep slaughtering you one at a time.
We'll take it.
Okay. So he puts his hand
I'm still
out.
alive.
He puts his hand out. Or are you going to shake his hand, Apple?
I'm sure
Oh.
you're not gonna kill us anyways after she accepts the deal, right? I mean, It's quite obvious from people like you.
Okay. I give my hand.
Okay.
Yeah, what if the handshake is all he needs from you? And then he owns the shop.
Yeah. So
So you
you shake hands, and he keeps a grip on your hand. And as you are shaking hands, you feel the same energy that you were feeling when you were in the basement. And instead of feeling it just like out there, you feel it surging through you, Apple, for a second. And you guys all see Apple as her eyes turn like a very bright blue. And his eye also turns a bright blue. And you can kind of see like energy, passing between both of their arms in this handshake. And you see that you can see that he's kind of like trying to like absorb it or like try to kind of manipulate it. But let me roll for this real quick. Ooh, he's having bad issues. He is hurting because he's trying to control it, but he can't control it. And the room turns like a whitish hue. And you guys see in the background behind it, as everything's going, you see the door populate behind everybody. And he's still holding your hand, and like everything gets really loud, and you hear like the piercing noise that you guys heard before, besides Nathaniel, besides Iris's creature. But you see the door now. You guys all see the door. And everyone for a split second turns over to the door. Like everyone's kind of like in shock, like what they haven't seen this type of magic before. And he's still holding your hand, Apple. Are you gonna do anything real quick, or before I continue on?
I'm gonna release.
You're gonna try to release? Let me see if you can hold on to your hand. Do a strength. Give me a strength.
15.
15. He's holding onto your hand still. He's kind of like gripping it really hard. And the screeching noise begins to get louder and louder. And you see the door begin to shake, and you see all the runes begin to activate. Now, Apple. Just a little bit longer, and like this piercing noise starts to envelop the whole club. And it pierces past the music, and the music turns off. And you hear people screaming outside from this piercing noise.
Would I be able to tell if she's paying attention or if she's like focused on the door?
She's looking at the door, but she seems like she has a spell that she was trying to cast, but she's looking at the door as well.
Can I?
If I do, I guess it would be investigation. Would I be able to tell like what El Pinguino is like kind of specialized at? Like, would I be able to tell like his class or something?
Give me
like if he's a magic user or like a more melee fighter.
You can do an investigation, whatever you prefer. Investigation or perception, whatever you prefer.
Oh, my perception is way better. It's gonna be a 14. My passive perception is 16, so you're better.
So with your passive perception, you can tell that he's more of a brutish kind of fighter, but give me an Arcana as well.
Arcana is dog shit. What shit? I got a 14. That's decent.
14. He has some type of innate magic, and you're not 100% sure what he's doing, but he seems like he's trying to absorb this type of magic and try to use it. And the door begins to shudder and move frantically, and the runes finally like all link together, and the bluish light appears from it, and you see a bunch of words populate on the top of it, and the door opens, and within a millisecond the door begins to suck everybody in. I need everyone to give me strength saving throws to grab onto something.
I'm cooked. 15.
15.
3.
16.
16.
13.
Oh wait, 2.
2.
Oh wait, dirty 1. Sorry, I got a 2. I thought I had a +1, but it's
you know
minus
what?
1. So
As soon as the door opens, I am This is the best thing I can try. I'm gonna try cast Hold Person on El Pinguino. He needs
On
to make
Pinguino?
a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
I hate my life. He rolled an 18.
He has like a
First.
+4 too. I gotta check his sheet real quick. So his light begin to illuminate the same way as Apple's, and both of their lights, both of their minds illuminate, and you see the rest of them, kind of like, you know, they're all holding on. They let go of Sterling, and they're all holding on to like to anything they can in the room. Voss immediately, you guys all look, and Voss. Oh, who does? Okay. We might take a little break right here so we can get Clay in here real quick.
Man, I'd love some of my spells to work, but just lucky rolls, I guess.
Okay, we're gonna
help you guys
Yeah.
because you guys are struggling to make ends meet, and she's a professional money-making person. She's
Yeah.
basically the group's accountant.
Well, you got Voss too. Voss knows a lot about money too, because he's a noble.
Well, if we didn't have to deal with this entire, helping Vino stuff and like my character, me and Voss, we literally were in our plan was to get a forge so we can start making our own goods.
Alrighty.
I know.
We're gonna jump
We're
back
trying
in.
to make mad bread.
So, I know Voss got a low roll and so did Bibbler. Who else got a low strength saving throw?
What do you consider?
I got a dirty one.
I got a 15, so
Yeah, I think barely
too.
made it. Yeah, he barely made it. Any below
15
15.
barely makes it. Oh,
No.
I got it.
15?
Mhm.
Okay. So yeah, as this portal kind of opens up and it starts to vacuum you, all of you, Apple is still like Apple and El Pinguino are kind of still planted on the ground, and he's holding on to her still, and you can see both, like his eye, it has like that blue light coming out of it, and so does hers. And right past you, you see Voss wisp right past you and get sucked into it, and you see Bibbler as well, and they just get whisked into it immediately. And you see one
Bibbler,
of
I shield myself in front of Bibbler.
you put Bibbler in front of you. You put him in front of
No,
you.
like I put me in front of him.
You guys kind of like you see as they're hugging each other going into this portal.
I'm in the front.
Yeah, and then Bibbler, like he's on the door, like he's stuck on the door, and then Bibbler kind of just like smacks into him, and oh, I didn't mean to disappear that. Let me move this back a little bit, and both of them disappear into it.
I have a question. I have a feature that's like it says I can use it as a reaction on attack, and it blinds creatures, which gives them disadvantage on attack. Could I use it as an action instead to just like blind his eyes, so he maybe like instinctually shields his eyes?
El
Which would,
Pinguino?
you know, yeah,
Yeah, you could try.
yeah, fine. I can do that. I don't
Are you
know
casting
what
a
that
spell?
would be. It's again like channel
will.
divinity feature,
Okay.
class feature, so it's at will. Yeah. Hey, let me check what it says. It says it's a reaction. It doesn't say I have to do any somatic. It just says I cause a light flare. I blaze like a flashbang him. That's what it says.
Flashbang the whole flashbang the whole room.
No, it just flashbangs
just
that
hit?
one
It's just that one
specific
person?
Yeah,
Okay,
it just
okay,
does
okay.
that one specific person.
Okay, yeah, okay. So cast the spell. It's fine.
It's not even a spell. It's a class
Yeah.
feature.
You're still holding on, but like you just, I don't know. You cast it. You're holding
Yeah, I
onto
would
the
have to,
chair of the
like,
table.
I guess if I'm doing it with one hand on my talisman, I would have to make a strength saving throw at a disadvantage, right?
Yeah, disadvantage.
Oh,
Everyone needs to
might
do
be
a
cool.
strength saving throw again.
15?
15 with disadvantage.
Oh, no, 10 with a disadvantage.
Oh,
Alright,
yeah.
guys, I'm cool. Goodbye.
So you you get sucked in, but you cast a spell like as you're flying through. You cast a spell like you whisk past El Pinguino, and you cast a spell, and he kind of goes like and he kind of like lets go for a second on Apple, and you can see that he's kind of like stuck by this chair. You get sucked in. This lady gets sucked in as well.
Oh,
And
can I jump?
Jump. You guys gonna give me strength saving throws? This bear is holding on to dear life.
13.
15? Yeah, you're good.
13.
13?
Sterling rolled a 13 last round too. He should have been
Oh, yeah.
already gone.
Sterling got a 13? I thought she got a 15. I thought she said this
No,
before.
13.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. So, yeah,
I
the...
want to go
Would
to
you-
the door as well. I'm
You're
gonna
gonna-
acrobat.
You're gonna,
jump to
you're
the
gonna
door.
jump to the door? You're gonna Superman dive into the door?
Yes.
So you see, Sterling, you're holding on, and you're kind of like holding on to the bear's leg as he's holding on to the wall. Like you can see that he's like, he has his claws like stuck onto the wall, gripped on like really tightly. And he looks over to you, and he kind of like shakes his leg a little bit. And as you're flying through the air, you see a few of the other people get sucked in as well. And you see Apple, full sprint, just runs in as Superman dives into this portal.
I'm out of here.
Superman dives into the portal.
Where's the person who was stabbing? I want to be petty.
Get my
Oh, this
50%.
guy. He's holding
Yep.
he's trying to hold on to he's holding onto the bench right now, and one of his arms is loose.
Okay, so as I'm getting like sucked in,
Mm-hmm.
because they're shaking me off, can I blast him with Thunder Wave and knock him in there?
100% you can. I'll allow it.
Oh yeah.
You have to do it really fast.
Yeah, Thunder Wave. Where he needs to make a.
Where are my dice?
He needs to make a Constitution saving throw, DC 14.
What the fuck? Let me get my dice.
This is what we call the rule of funny.
The rule of pettiness. That's what this is.
Honestly, yeah.
Oh yeah. So what happens when he gets in that one?
Oh,
He gets
so I
10
made
feet.
deal 2d8 thunder damage, and anybody I blast gets pushed 10 feet away.
So there's a few people there. Like she got sucked in already. He got sucked. Yeah, he's the only one in there. So are you hitting El Pinguino? Are you
Yeah.
trying to hit El Pinguino too?
Here, let me draw this spell and see how we get it.
No, we don't care about LP. We'll just
Yeah.
fuck this guy in
Fuck this
particular.
one dude.
It's about this big, so I could, yeah, if I face,
We'll say it was just him. It's fine.
yeah, if I face this way, like I could get them both. It just I can't draw.
I'll roll
box
for him
attack.
just in case. El Pinguino got a 19.
Yeah, he's fine.
And he has to do a strength saving throw as well. And then that's yeah, he's still good. He got like a 21 or some shit. Okay. So Apple flies in, she jumps in. Iris goes in, and then you're flying through the air. And like it's like one of those like action movie scenes. You guys are like in slow motion. He's looking at you, you're looking at him. How do you cast a spell? Like, what do you do?
So getting sucked in, and Sterling takes her coin out of her pocket and does kind of like the Dormammu, like opening the eye motion, and just say it out loud. She mouths it, "Fuck you." And there's like this large thunder's boom, and he takes 5 thunder damage.
Oh my god.
And gets shabonged.
So he takes 5 thunder. What?
Technically, if he's getting knocked off his feet because of the thunder, wouldn't he get immediately sucked into the door as well?
Yeah. That's what I'm
yeah.
saying. Yeah, that's the thing.
That's the point.
that's what we were trying to do
Can
this
I-
whole time.
While we're traveling through the portal, can I like catch him for a suplex?
Oh my god. So okay,
Like wherever we're going?
you use your coin. I Agamotto his ass. He's looking at you. You're looking at him in midair, and you do that, and it hits him, and then he gets Ayamama Coco. So he goes you get sucked in, and then you for a split second you see him getting sucked in as well, and you see as his head kind of like hits the side of the door, and it kind of you hear like a crack noise as his head hits the side of the door to get sucked in, and you can see as you guys are going through the portal, he's unconscious.
Oy.
And as you guys are going in, all you see is a blue light, and it's spinning sporadically, and you guys are, you feel like your body morphing and changing and spinning around, and you feel like your body's turning into like something different. Or tiefling neck, who would want to? It's like a fucking Mega Dyson. And okay, let me switch the board real quick.
Let's go. We're going to the Feywild. I think maybe. Oh, wouldn't be surprised. Whenever there's like doors appearing out of nowhere, it's always the Feywild.
Most of the time. So, I'm gonna summon you guys to the board for a second. You all kind of like come to, and let's see. Let's do who first. Who are we gonna do first, real quick? Where the hell is she? Where did I put her? Apple, you wake up first. And when you wake up, you kind of come to your senses a little bit, and you're looking around, and there's a lady that's right in front of you, and she says, "All right, Apple, I'm going to head out now. I think you can manage it from now on. You already know how to that's what you hit him with." I just saw the meme. Yeah, you wake up, and there's a lady, and she's an elven lady, and she's like wearing all green, and her eyes are green as well, and she's talking to you, and she says, "All right, Apple, all you need to do is finish up here, and then you can just lock up, make sure that Iris doesn't drink the bar away, okay? You got that?"
Iris drinks? Sure.
Yeah, and Relish as well. You know, Relish is he's a monster. You know? He drinks a lot, so just make sure he doesn't pee outside.
Who is that?
You know, Relish, the daily drunk. He's always here doing stuff.
Sure. Whoever these people are.
1 second. Let's see if I can find Dibbler again. There we go. Cool. She says, okay, I'm off. And she leaves. And you are there and you're managing or whatever, and you see a goblin, a small goblin, come up to you. And you can see that she's sweeping around and looking around. She looks over to you and says, "Hi, Apple. How are you?"
You sound like someone I despise.
What are you talking about? We've been friends our whole lives. You're like my cousin. And you look over, and it's like a female goblin. She's wearing like a short skirt and just like a kind of like a bra, like a shorter side bra, and she has a broom. Very nice hair, very nice eyes.
Okay, maybe I don't hate you.
But yeah, we've been friends for so long.
Who are you again?
My name's Fibbler.
What?
Fibbler, you know Fibbler. We went to summer camp. You remember all
Yes.
that?
I thought. Wait, the fiddler I knew was a. I thought he was a dude.
Apple, have you been drinking?
No, I need to be alone.
I have to add more, Nathaniel.
No, you don't. I already sent you the board game. I already set you it up.
And then we jump to Iris. Let me send you over. Let me summon you guys all to this board real quick.
No, I don't think I'm on the right board. I'm still in the bar. Oh, okay, now I'm different. It's loading something.
You are Nathaniel. Okay. You wake up and you see you're managing a bar, and everything's going on, and you can see it's getting a little rowdy, and you're cleaning the bar area. You're kind of just like, you know, you have a rag and you're cleaning everything. And Goldleaf, you wake up and you are on the side of a bar. You see Iris as well, and you are over here with another man. Oh, let me get this guy up again real quick. He sells this product for a while now. We just haven't been, you know, we haven't been doing too well. I put Voss around here. Let me see where I put Voss.
And I was off the whole time. Crazy. Excuse me. What? Did I miss something?
Are you okay, boss? You've been feeling weird. Dello and Hogris, you recall?
Wait,
I must have spaced out. Can you catch me up on what we've been talking about?
Oh, yeah. You know, we've been starting this our own mercantile business, and we've been selling a few things, but you know, on the down low, we sell some other stuff. You know how it is. Yeah, you kind of brought us in, and you let us into this, and he kind of like opens his robe and he shows like a bunch of potions and stuff in his robe.
Okay, yeah, no, that rings a bell. Of course.
Yeah. You're the one who started the business, don't you remember? Yeah, it was about 5 years ago.
So, what's the big concern again? Are we not selling well?
No, we're not selling well at all. We've been waiting on adventurers to show up and showing our products and stuff, but no one's really been willing to buy. And as he's talking to you, did you make it over here, Lathan?
Yeah, I'm live now.
Okay. As you do that, the door opens to the kitchen, and you see Voss come out. He's like, "Dinner's ready." He's not wearing his formal attire. He's wearing like a cook outfit.
Excuse me? So I come out and say that?
Yeah, he said dinner's ready.
Would I be
And then-
cleaning this place then?
Yeah, you're cleaning around.
I think immediately as soon as I come to my senses, I'm gonna like have like a suddenly gained consciousness moment, and then can I look? Do I still have my talisman with me?
You do not. You have actually. You have a
Oh, no.
cross.
Oh no! I cannot see my god anymore. Fuck!
Yeah,
Oh god!
you have a cross now.
Okay, well, mild panic attack, but it's gonna be. I'm gonna look around and I'm gonna look at the people I recognize, which would be like.
Yeah, you see a
Voss,
guy that looks like Voss, and you see a person that looks like Sterling in the corner speaking to two other people, and you see as a cook and Voss come out, and they're holding platters and they're going around. Voss is wearing a shirt that says River Shining on it, and so is she, and he's walking around giving food to everyone that in the patrons that ordered food and stuff. Right here. I'm the one who ordered it. The beef stew,
Who?
right here.
You?
Beef stew.
You said PU?
No, beef stew.
Oh, that was me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, make
That
sure
was
you
me
don't make it
saying
as you know how I
Yeah.
like it. I don't like it that hot. You know how I like it, boss.
I do?
Yeah. You've been cooking here for a while now.
So what am I a chef that's working here, or am I
Yeah.
a boss that
Yeah,
was
you're
here?
a chef. You're a sous chef that's working here.
Oh. That's right, I know how you like it.
Yeah, of
There
course.
you go.
And as you look around, you see familiar faces. You see Iris, and you see Sterling, and then you also see Apple working the counter.
Oh, everything is as it should be. Oh.
So as soon as I realize where everyone is, I'm gonna like put the broom I'm guessing I'm holding.
Yeah, you have
down,
like a rag.
next to the counter, and I'm immediately like gonna walk over to Sterling, and I'm gonna like look for like any sort of wounds on her.
Oh no, she doesn't have any wounds on her at all. No purple haze or anything on her.
If you listen in on the conversation, she's talking about rebranding things as
Yeah.
offering them as like, hey, if you do a quest off the quest board, you get your first one for free. These things give you energy and help you stay focused, so you can bash the monsters all the harder.
And you can see that the two guys over there, they're kind of like, they have like a quill and a piece of paper, and they're like writing notes, like diligently writing notes of everything that she's talking about.
And we'll need to make calculations based on how much money we'll lose for giving away a bit of product for free.
Yeah.
But assuming we get repeat customers, it should even out in the long run.
Yeah, so she's talking over there, and the tiefling lady goes up to Voss and is like, "All right, Voss, we got a few orders of the mac and cheese special, so that should be it. We'll be closing out right after, honestly. You mind
Do we
if
have mac and cheese?
Oh yeah, we do. We have cheese here.
Oh, it's a good timeline.
It's a good timeline. Yeah, we have an abundance of cheese.
Oh, thank goodness.
Thank goodness.
So they managed to save the world here. Huh?
And she goes over and she's like, you've been working very hard, and you know, it's almost time for me.
Promotion?
It's soon for me to retire, and I feel like
What?
I
You're
know.
at your prime.
No, I have other things that I've always wanted to do in my life. You know, Voss.
But this sign here says the greatest chef in the universe. You think anyone could live up to that? I refuse to work under anyone else.
Voss, you are going to be the greatest chef in the universe. Okay?
You mean it?
I mean it. You're the only one I trust to take over. You've done
Wow, I'm
excellent work.
responsible.
You've done so much excellent work. You've been working
Well, I
here.
did
You've been working your ass off here. There's literally
Wow,
nobody else that can mimic my recipe to the exact T. The best student I ever had.
I have been practicing. You remember where I started though?
Oh yeah, I remember.
'Cause I do.
I remember.
Yeah.
You were out there, looking for a
Yep,
job.
over there.
Decided to show up on a rainy day. You had no money to your name. Nothing. Nothing.
Would have thought no one would have hired me ever, but
And then
here we are
Fibbler.
now.
Fibbler goes up to me and is like, "So like, are we gonna have some after night drinks or something after this, Apple? Like we always do."
No.
Are you? And she kind of looks at you. She's like, "Something wrong?
Yes. I mean,
I'm your childhood best friend, Fibbler."
but you don't know what's wrong. But so I don't think you are actually my childhood best friend.
And she looks confused at you. She's like, "We did everything together. I was there when you,
No,
you had your first boyfriend. I was there when you broke up with him."
you remind me of someone I really find annoying.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Nice.
I'm Fibbler. You know Fibbler. We've done everything together.
I forgot.
Miss Kaga, there's
Hit my
drama
head.
going on the other side.
Yeah, you guys can hear. He's like, "Oh, cousins. They're always babbling and they're always having."
family, but at the end of the day, they're always inseparable.
Yeah, they're always together, no
Thick
matter
and
what
thin.
happens. Yeah. I consider you as family, boss. I've never. And she kind of like turns over. She's like, "I've never had an heir or a love life or anything. Focus my life only into cooking, as you know."
What do you mean? Your love is in every dish you've served here.
You're exactly right, boss. And I'm gonna make sure that you do the same as well. You're well aware.
Oh
boss.
no, does that mean more training?
No. You know enough, boss, already. You're so good at it already. You can literally cook
That's
anything.
right, I cook. Yep.
You can cook anything I can. That I
Me,
can.
boss. I cooked a meal.
And
My
Iris,
life.
you look over and you see Apple and Fibbler, and they're talking. They're kind of like disputing a little bit, and you kind of overhear, "You're my childhood best friend. You're my cousin."
Scram. I don't even see you anymore here.
What are you talking about? It's like his voice changes.
We have an attic.
Yeah, we both live in the attic. Don't you recall?
We?
Yeah, the slumber parties that we had and everything.
No, I don't live in the attic. You live in the attic.
There is no we.
There's no we. Apple, I don't know what's going on with you, but I don't like this side of you. I'm gonna be honest with you.
This has always been me.
Is this what they call a mean girl phase? If this is what you're gonna do, talk to me when you're feeling good, okay? No need to be so
Yeah.
crouse around me, okay? And she kind of like, goes over the bar and walks out. And you see she
Goodbye.
goes upstairs and she's kind of like teared up a little bit.
I don't know what's her problem.
And you guys all meet up in the front counter and you see Apple. She's like working the front counter. And Kaga leaves. So she's gonna leave. She's like, "All right, boss, you close up. You got it."
Yep, understood. I might even do the dishes like I always do. Me, boss.
I'm gonna
Wanted to talk
like
to Fibbler.
Every universe has one. It's the only constant you guys have. You gonna talk to Fibbler?
Yeah.
And you look over to Fibbler and she's like she's sitting on the steps and you kind of see like tears in her eyes a little bit.
So I'm going to deal down. I assume that Fibbler is small.
Very small, yes.
So I'm going to kneel down to Fibbler's height, and I'm going to open my hands and show that they're empty.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to reach behind her ear, and I'm going to pull out a gold coin and a bit of a sleight of hand
Oh.
to see if I can abuse her a little bit.
Yeah, do your sleight of hand.
Nine, and I have good for this. Wow, I am not rolling very well tonight. I roll 6.
Well, she rolled it too.
I'll take it.
So she looks over and she's like, "At least someone here is trying to cheer me up. That was a cool magic trick. I don't understand why girls gotta be so mean all the time."
Apple's just at a rough time of the month. It's It's complicated.
I know what our time of the month is. We're synced.
Oh, well then.
She's
But
like,
you know. But still.
I have good
Apple's-
Elvish. I have good Elvish.
Anyway,
But Apple's a tricky one. She can be fiddly. I remember one time we were trying to make a business deal and she put my life up as a bargaining chip.
Sounds like
Isn't
something a
that-
mean girl would do anyway. You're right.
Yes, yes. But, you know, there's one cure for mean girl syndrome. You just need to invade her personal space more. Be a bit persistent. Keep giving her hugs. She'll come around eventually.
Really?
Just might
Do you
take some
mean it?
time.
Is that the only way?
It's the only way I know.
And she immediately she wipes her tears and immediately turns over and sprints over to the desk. And let me see if she can do this.
No. No.
Sprints over to the desk, jumps onto the desk, and then jumps onto Apple and begins to try to give her a hug. Give me a deck save, Apple.
24.
24. Yeah, she dives at you trying to give you a hug, and you sidestep out of the way, and she falls onto the ground on her face. Apple, I just want to show you
doing?
love.
all
There's no
according
such
to
thing.
plan.
I'm just trying to hug. They told her to deal with mean girls. You gotta hug them. They just need love.
You're not a mean girl? What
You
are
are a
talking
mean
about?
girl. You've been acting so weird recently. What happened to you?
I'm a businesswoman. That's what I am.
Yeah, you're eventually gonna take over the River Shining Tavern, but not yet. Raisha's still here.
Who? What?
Some weird taste. Shut the hell up. And you hear Voss in the back yell out, "Last call! Last call for any
I'm
food."
Going in the store?
Yeah, you work in tandem with Raisha. She's the owner of this, the elf lady that was talking to you earlier.
Ugh.
I'm getting
there
multiversal
must be a-
deja vu. Oh god.
There must be a... There must be a misunderstanding. I already own this establishment.
No, not yet. And she turns to the back and she shows a few pictures. She's like, it says right there, Raisha's the owner. They got Kaga as the chef. You got Zeebs, he's the thing, and then I manage all the cleaning. Do you remember we both applied here at the same time because we wanted to work together and see each other all the time.
Well, I don't feel that way anymore.
You gotta see tears start to populate on her eyes and her face begins to cry again.
Why do you cry so easily? Who are you?
And you hear the crying, Voss. You come out and you hear Apple's like, I don't know who
would
you are.
Would you two shut the hell up? Your bickering
Right.
interrupted my mentorship time with Miss Kaga. Now, if I'm to inherit this head chef, I can't have you two screwing it up. Oh, hello. Hello,
There's
Miss
your head.
Goldleaf. How may I be of assistance today?
Yeah, I mean, it's great customer service.
Hello, Voss.
100% on Yelp.
From the corner.
No, I'm just trying to help Apple here be a bit less grouchy with some cousinly affection.
Yes,
I'm grouchy.
Yeah,
your
Apple.
bickering does seem worse than usual, Apple.
You know, maybe
you
it's
are
all
tall.
time we sat down and
Oh,
had
you're
a
floating.
talk. Apple, you've been a bit
I wanna
out
see.
of sorts lately.
I love how the rest of the party is just like, yeah, sure, whatever. Apple's the only one who's like, where the fuck are we?
Oh no, Sterling's focused
I
on
like
annoying
it.
the hell out of Apple right now.
Yeah, I had a feeling you were acting like you remembered.
I don't think you guys understand. Iris is literally having a panic attack. 'cause
Yeah, you
she
see Iris,
doesn't have
she's
a
like-
god.
She's on the counter. Iris is on the counter, and her hands are on her face, and she looks like 1,000 yard stare, just staring at the fucking wall.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, but Boss is just fully lost in the sauce. He's 100% in character, which I decided to be super nice to customers, but like a jerk driving for the top to the subordinates.
Yeah, and then as you guys are there, the door opens, and you see Les you see him outside, and he's talking to a few other customers. And as you look outside, you see a man that is kind of in a rogue a polar bear, a man wearing some sort of weird wooden armor, and a jester. He's like, all right, yeah, I'm just gonna pat you down real quick. Cool. All right, cool. Get in there. He's like, thank you, quiet. Thank you, kind sir. Okay. Yeah, as you guys come in, you see a man in roguish armor. You see a man that looks kind of like a jester of some sort, and they come in. He's, are you open? Me and my parties are looking for a place to stay and possibly get some good food and ale.
Oh, customers? All right. You two need to settle your differences right now and look good in front of them. Go ahead.
We can sell
And I'm just here listening.
You're just hanging out by the door, just hanging out.
Yeah. I'm making sure they don't embarrass the company.
Alright. I don't need to know you exist. I think that's how I will settle this.
And he walks up to the counter. He's like, all right, we just need one room and a few ales and possibly a good meal. Looking at the sign outside, he says you have he's just like a whisper. He's like, he looks outside. He's like, oh, this is the River Shining Tavern. This is the most famous mac and cheese.
What is this place?
River Shining
I
Tavern. He
remember
says it
that.
outside. She looks over. He's like, why are you being so silly? Apple, you've worked here for years.
Oh,
Yeah,
come on,
I've been
Fibbler,
selling
save this.
weapons
You got this.
And she,
Okay.
yeah, she goes over and she's like, all right. And she kind of like, moves Apple out of the way, puts a stool in front of there, and then sits over there. All right, everyone, you just need write your names here and then put it in here. Okay, cool. You said how many rooms? One room. Are you taking the master suite? Okay, fine. Zeebs is our bartender. You can go speak to him if you want to. Also, the lady over there who's a cat, she's also a bartender as well. If you want any type of specialty drinks, she masters in that. The kitchen's closing soon, so I'd recommend putting your orders in now if you need to. He's like, all right, cool. Thanks, man, thanks. And they all write their names down or whatever. And she's looking, is that your pet? I don't know if we can allow pets in here. And he roars. He's like, no. This is my familiar. Totally fine, no worries. You'll have them house trained? Yes. Okay, cool. But fill in this form right here. Okay, cool. And then yeah, they saunter off and they go into the. They go in there.
Excellent.
And Fibbler yells out to the back, one beef stew. One beef stew. 3 mac and cheese.
Oh,
What's that hard noise?
I had the kitchen cleaned up, but I'll whip a fresh batch up right away. And I'll just scoop up the leftover mac and cheese and stew here.
Yeah.
And just like heat it up real quick.
Heat it up real quick.
Yeah. Oh no. Okay.
What is this, Chili's?
And then, no, they don't know that though. But I put the secret sauce on, and it all tastes the same anyway.
No.
And like
Those
I'll
side,
slide it down the counter.
Yeah, they're all eating and they're all drinking there. And then, yeah, you guys can. You don't have to type. You guys can just speak to each other.
Wait, Fibber said that I was a bartender, right?
Yeah, you are. So you work with Zeebs. You're underneath the Zeebs, the bartender, and you are a mixologist specialist.
Oh, cool. I was gonna like turn to Stella and I'm gonna like look at where the wounds should be. I'm gonna be like, I'm so sorry. I was trying. I don't know what I was doing. I didn't expect them to grab you. I'm so sorry. I don't know what to do. Oh,
Great, another employee episode.
Okay. It's fine. The wounds are gone. So, whatever harm has been undone by some means. I'm the only person I hold a grudge towards Apple, because she actually used my life as a bargaining chip, and that was very rude of her.
Iris
Yeah,
and Sterling, both of you give me a perception check.
I was.
Yoink.
I got 24.
Oh yeah,
You got your 20 higher than I am.
Yeah, you definitely you hear like two people speaking outside, and you kind of hear like noises that you probably wouldn't want to be hearing. Like slight kind of like just slight moans right outside the door.
I'm just gonna like my ears are gonna like perk up and then immediately go down. I'm gonna be like, what? Give me. I kind of like walk to the door and I touch the handle and I'm just like, actually, you know what? On second thought, I don't think I want to know what's going on outside.
Yeah, you hear a familiar voice. You hear Les's voice, and then you also hear the elven woman outside, and she's like, "Oh yeah, just like that. I love it when you kiss me like that."
Ugh. Interlopers. Finally. And I look over to Apple and I'll be like, you musclehead, you can finally do something useful for once. Go out and take care of them. We can't have them sullying the image of our tavern.
Really,
run
right
this.
outside the tavern. Come on, Les. There's a better place.
Exactly.
Like
Unprofessional.
inside the tavern. There's rooms for that.
Yeah, they're just it's about. Let me change the time real quick for you guys. It's getting dark.
All right, so
I have people ruining my establishment.
Yeah, it's
From
kind of like
what
dark
I-
outside. It's getting darker as you guys are closing up.
So if I understand it correctly, the guy was talking about like multiverses, which are different versions of our worlds. And
1 second, I'll be right back. You guys can talk with each other.
from what I understand, considering we are no longer in a city, actually let me check. You like walk outside. I guess we can open this door because it's not a
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Talespire moment. It's just gonna be like, okay, let's say I looked outside and I'm like,
If you hold,
I should,
if you
I can
shift-
just teleport. I can teleport. I'm just gonna like look outside. And I'm gonna be like, yes, okay. So we are no longer in a city, and we're in some sort of tavern, and it seems that I am for some reason a bartender, which apparently follows a completely different god. Whatever this is, I'm gonna like take the cross on my necklace. I'm gonna be like,
You guys are gonna open the
I
door.
have never. I tried to, but I realized that we were like looking outside
you
to see
have
if
to
we were
ask?
in the. Yeah, you have to ask to open doors in Talespire.
Yeah, you're good. You guys can open it.
Yeah, we were like looking outside to see if we're still in the city and stuff, and we like quickly realized that we're not in the same place.
Yeah, you guys look outside, and it's like a rural area, but there's a main road that's coming in.
I must say that of all the universes that we could have ended up in, I'm glad we're in one where we're all together somehow. That is pretty
Well,
lucky.
how about you be glad about doing your job?
I'm just gonna like look flustered. I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna like walk behind the bar and like, would I understand the fish person? I know they speak like interesting language, which I'm not sure I'm gonna know.
Yeah, and
Wow, that's racist.
as you guys as racist. As you
They
guys,
speak, they don't speak common. They don't speak common usually. Like very broken common.
Yeah, very broken common. As you guys are closing up and getting everything ready. Well, you guys are like still finishing the last of the people there. You hear Les outside again, and he is talking to a few people, and then he opens the door for them. And a man in a chef hat and two men in chef hats and two other men walk in.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
Oh, we're closing. Who are you?
Whoa, 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 let's not be Apple. Let's show respect.
And one of the guys in the back is like, "You ain't talking to Isaac like that, are you? You want me to do with him, Isaac?"
Whoa, no, 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 no.
Yeah. And he's like, "You don't know this guy. He's one of the best chefs all around. Came over here to taste your food."
To taste our food?
Yeah.
Wow. Fibbler, get the red carpet, please.
Just get the red
We shall prepare this properly. Oh, it's brown.
Okay.
Yeah.
Few customers, I suppose.
Yeah, and they go over and they saunter over and they're all sitting at a table and they're all speaking like a similar language, but it sounds Italian in nature. And they're kind of being rowdy. They're being very rowdy and loud.
Italian.
This is my chance to make it big. Yeah, I guess I'll serve our classic mac and cheese. That should impress them. And this time I will make a fresh batch.
This time I will. And
it's noticeably longer to come out.
You see the jester walk up to Sterling.
Oh.
I've seen you before somewhere.
If it was on an advertisement for potions of pep, that's where you're thinking.
Oh yes, of course, of course. What are you doing here in such a random location?
Well, with there being so few adventurers here, and so many monsters to combat, I figured those who work to protect this town must need some sort of aid. After all, you can't fight goblins if you're drowsy.
Oh yeah, quite. But I feel like I've seen you somewhere else. I just can't. And he's kind of like moving his hand on his chin. He's like, I don't know. I've definitely seen you somewhere else besides that. Somewhere in person. Fucking clunky.
Is my nemesis in that championship?
Can I, if I look at him, can I see that he has like the no face behind the mask that he had in the other reality?
Yeah, you can do a perception or whatever's higher, investigation.
I'll take it. Investigation.
What a
I'm
strangely
still not rolling high
familiar
tonight.
tavern.
That's a 7.
Finally, fuck man. So Les.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're fine. The only thing you miss is they were talking to El Picuino. They got sucked into this thing and then they ended up here. Apple is working the counter. Les is
What?
what?
Tavern fashion. We get sucked into an alternate reality and immediately get put to work in this tavern.
Yeah. Bibbler is a female.
It hasn't gotten enough screen time.
Yeah, Voss
You're
is
right.
Like half
cooking.
of the season.
Voss is cooking. Sterling is a merchant, a wandering merchant kind of that works here. Iris is a bartender here at this tavern, and you are the bodyguard. You were outside, Les. The last thing that was happening outside, you were outside, and you allowed a ranger and a few group of people come in. And when you saw the ranger, there was something about him that you kind of like felt like some type of sense, but you kind of ignored it because you
were making out with Raisha.
Yeah, you were making out with Raisha outside.
Oh, nice. I am the same character in every universe.
So you look
Okay, well,
so
that's
what'd you get in
Faith
the
or
investigation?
whatever her name is. Who?
Sterling,
it?
investigation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I rolled a 7 for investigation.
You can't really tell, but maybe if you were to like maybe remove the mask or something, or have him remove the mask, then maybe you can get a better answer.
Would you mind mind taking off your mask? Your outfit seems familiar, but I can't quite place your face behind it.
My mask. I never take off my mask.
Well,
Not as good as
it's your
Fave.
prerogative, I suppose. You know.
Yeah,
if
you know, as a
if-
traveling circus man and stuff, I can't have everyone know my identity. You know how it is. It's different for you as a
Yeah.
merchant.
No, I'm well aware. I'm not offended at all. Just wanted to put face to name.
But if you want to see a trick, I can do one for you.
Why not? Show me what you've got.
And you see as two other populate right next to him. We're a trio.
Very impressive.
Yes.
I've been working on something quite similar, actually.
Oh yeah.
I haven't been able to make 2 yet, but I have been able to make 1. And I am going to cast Minor Illusion, the cantrip, and make
Okay.
a copy of myself.
Oh okay, yeah. Oh,
While they're kind of doing that, I'm guessing people are looking at them. I'm gonna like look at the labels of the drinks
okay.
to see where like everything is.
Yeah, you got obviously Red Dragon Crush. You got a barrel that says Lima Gugu on it written in scratch. And then you got a few other wines and a few other ales.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like,
no,
"Oh,
Isaac only drinks Blue Dragon free.
quite impressive." And then the people who are sitting, the chefs are sitting down. This food is taking quite long. What about it? This food is taking quite long. You're gonna have Isaac wait out here? That's what you're gonna be doing?
No, of course not, of course
The
not.
number one chef of this land. Are you gonna have him wait?
Yes, that's right. No. Is it ready?
Yeah, your food's ready.
Yes, order up, gentlemen. I apologize for the wait, but only the finest, freshest, and fanciest. For you, gentlemen. The Montechula?
How do you know my
Uh,
name?
Well, the most famous chef in the world, Isaac DeLynch, works with you, right?
Hmm. Interesting. Quite interesting.
Order up. I'm an aspiring chef myself. I'm currently just a sous chef here. The owner.
And Isaac kind of like, he brushes you off. He puts his hand off. Leave me now. I shall taste the food.
At once, sir. Let's go.
And then we're gonna jump back to Les outside. And Raisha is looking, he's like, I simply never been with a man as handsome as you. You've definitely changed my life.
You never will be again.
It's something you do to me. It's you put a fire in me.
Fire is kind of my thing, so understandable.
Yeah. No, it just I don't usually get with my workers, but something about you. Are you going
Probably
to?
because I have a good haircut.
Sorry, because I have a good haircut.
Damn. You didn't bring out an alternate so hard with like golden mocks.
Okay.
Yep, these jabs
like,
are
good
cross-dimensional.
hair.
And she's like, well, I'm gonna go off and go do some stuff. You gonna meet me back in my room later tonight, right?
I'll be there.
Make sure you wear the underwear that I like, my favorite.
Oh god, what the hell happened while I was gone?
And she leaves. She saunters off.
It's just alternate timeline stuff.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, you can go back and there's no more customers, so Les goes back inside, and you see Apple working at the counter, and you see a female goblin. You see Voss working in the back. You see the ranger that is on the other side. You see a few Italians sitting at the table waiting for their food.
You oaf! When the glorious chef Isaac DeLynch shows up, you announce his presence. I should have been preparing the meal 5 minutes in advance, at least. But you were too busy being distracted, huh? Everyone here, except you, Fibbler, you really took initiative. But the rest of you need to learn some lessons.
I don't. I hate Fibbler.
see,
Yeah,
you see this?
you hate her because you ain't her. Because she stepped up when you didn't.
and you're
What
trying
are
to
you
do.
talking about, boss? I don't even work here.
What? I said fiddler.
You guys are fiddler.
This
But
is
you
my
just
first
like
time
everyone as a
working here.
group. You're like, damn, everyone here sucks.
No, I
Anyone
just
can do
teach
that.
you.
Fiddler, I know what to do
I
now.
thought
can
you.
go back to the
I thought you were
attic.
talking to someone else. Surely you weren't calling me an oaf.
What do you prefer, buffoon?
Buffoon.
Would you prefer to step the fuck outside?
Would you rather step the fuck outside?
And why would I ever do that?
Because I don't want to
It's
destroy this
late.
desk.
It's late outside, and for all I know, there could be brigands because our security has wandered in.
Why don't you go stand fucking security?
Yeah, all of
I'm
you.
the chef. I cook. I make meals. You get meals for free. 2 free meals a day. This is a good timeline. I don't know why I said that. My nose starts bleeding.
My nose starts to bleed. The adventurers, he says he bids you adieu, and shows you your clones, and he kind of gives you a handshake. That's quite good. That's a very good illusion. I like that. And he's like, "But I shall bid you adieu now. I have to go. We need to rest up for our next adventure." And you see as these adventurers are walking into the stairs, and the ranger specifically kind of eyes you down less and looks over at you.
Do I notice anything about him that would explain why he's eyeing me down?
Yeah, you can look at him. You see you see a
Is he
crest.
checking you out?
Yeah, you see a crest on his chest that dictates Waterdeep, and there is a specific one that has a mouth of a dragon on it, and there's a spear coming out of the back of it.
Ah, the Dragonlance family. I know it well.
Is that what you say to him?
Yes. Says Les speaking.
And he turns to
loud.
you. He's like, kind of whispers to you. He's like, what do you know about? You know about Dragonlance? He kind of like stops the whole party that's walking with him.
Of course, everyone knows about your father's disgrace, and I think the oldest brother's name was Kale. What a
And-
traitor he was.
She kind of looks at you in shock for a second. Traitor? What do you speak of?
Well, that's what the rumors say.
Well, obviously there are rumors. My brother would never do anything of that sort. He runs it.
Well, we never got any evidence. We don't know anything about that. The court ruled that it was a traitorous act.
He kind of looks at you really funny, like weird. It's like, what are you going on about? Nothing of that nature occurred here. If you know so much about our family, you would know that we took over the guard and we're leading it at the moment. Kale's the head. He's head of Dragonlance.
Ooh,
Same
okay,
nosebleed happens that happened to Boss.
He still looks at you.
You hear the fucking theme music, Zero.
Yeah, and then he kind of just saunters off and is like kind of looking at you, and they all go upstairs. They all go to the master room upstairs. All right, what would you guys? You said you want to locate object. What were you trying to locate?
Oh, so Iris lost her amulet, pendant, talisman thing. And if she describes it, well, I mean, I've seen it up close, so either she can describe it to me, or I can just use my own knowledge since I've been within 30 feet of it, and I could cast Locate Object just to check and see if it's within 1,000 feet of us.
Oh yeah, you can.
Sweet. It's my last second level spell slot. So Sterling takes a seat and crosses her legs and opens her hands, and all the money in the room flows out of people's pockets
Oh
and
my god.
coalesces into a miniaturized map of the landscape within 1,000
Yeah.
feet of us. And so there's little coins that represent all the people.
Yeah.
And if the object is anywhere nearby, there will be a coin that represents the object at its exact location relative to us.
Yeah, you can do that. So you do that, and the coin kind of just moves around constantly, and then it drops to the floor.
Oh, that's different. Well, I mean, it's moving. This spell tells me.
Yeah, I was just moving around, and then Isaac eating the food. He's like, "This meal is horrendous. Take it back to the chef." Yeah, take that shit back. We don't want it.
What? Gentlemen! What was to your distaste?
You call this pasta? We've had better pasta and dive bars than this. It's supposed to be River Shining Tavern.
It's macaroni. It's a specialty dish.
And you don't make it yourself?
I did make it myself just now.
No, no way. This pasta's ass.
What? Oh, a moment,
Where's the real
and
chef?
I want to take some. Yeah, I want to try it.
Yeah, you gonna eat
Hey,
it?
shut the hell up.
No, you gonna eat it? Where's the real
Yeah, I'll
chef?
take it.
Yeah, you eat it, and it tastes phenomenal. Like it just doesn't.
There doesn't seem to be anything wrong with the recipe. Perhaps it just didn't suit your palate. I can prepare something else instead as substitution.
No need. Just know that your River Shining Tavern's gonna receive a review on Yup soon.
No, gentlemen, please,
And they.
please, no, I'm begging you, please.
I'm gonna shoulder check Isaac
grab
as
him by
well.
the
You gotta
leg.
shoulder
Yeah.
check. You gotta shoulder check Isaac. And you see the two bros kind of like push you out of the way. And, hey, get out of Isaac's way. He's the best chef around. You don't want to mess with him.
Oh yeah, these two midgets are gonna push Lescanor out of the way.
And there's two of them though.
Yeah. And then there's like there's
Okay.
And as you guys are going through all this kind of stuff, you hear a ghostly voice, and he's talking, but it seems like he's not talking to you guys. Ah, quite. It seems as if you're here for the artifacts, I see. And you guys all pierce it, but you guys kind of hear it, and it sounds like it's coming from upstairs.
Get the feeling we should stay the fuck away from whatever's going on upstairs.
Is that the direction my locate object?
You know,
pointed
you're
me at
right.
all?
Actually, suddenly I get.
Is
that
it cold?
feeling,
Is
too.
it cold in here to you?
Yeah, it gets really cold.
Yeah, it feels like
Hopefully
it's
it's
colder
really
up
cold.
there for some reason. I don't
And
know.
and you see Isaac and the two jabronis. They leave out there, and they're all huffing and puffing, and their noses high into the air.
No, wait, Les. I have a feeling that we need to channel our inner horror movie white guy. Oh golly, what was that noise?
Look,
We should split up and check it out.
I'm going with Daphne.
All right, I'll go up these stairs.
I'm going to
Alright,
yeah.
I'll go up these stairs.
Hey, what happened to our customers?
They
Go
all left.
split
them.
up.
Man, fuck those customers,
Mhm.
Apple. We're going upstairs to check out the creepy noise.
Actually, good point.
So you guys all hear the creepy noise, and it's happening on the top floor.
Fibbler, you got this, right?
Of course. And trusting things to a goblin can never lead to bad outcomes.
And it never has before in this timeline. Fibbler's the most reliable front desk attendant.
So yeah, I would say you guys
Assist
go.
most of
You guys can
here
go
out of the
outside.
two of them.
You guys can
You
go
can
right
do
out
that.
here. Just all of you just
Wait, you
meet
say
up
go
right here.
outside?
No, just meet up on the top floor.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
okay.
Yeah, I'm going through it when I tried to.
Okay,
was-
there we go.
I was cooking 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Do we get weapons to defend ourselves
You understand?
before we
And,
go check this out?
And as you you guys, I mean, you can have like a pan if you want. You grab a pan or some shit.
Oh no, I was still
feel
doing
like
the
as the-
bit.
as the
It'd be
door
like,
guard.
no, of course
Yeah.
not.
As a door guard, you just have your muscles. You're just strong, bro.
Yeah, I'm just like that. You're right. I don't need those. Weapons are accessories to me. They're there for
So
aesthetic
as you guys
purposes.
are out there, you guys hear this voice getting louder, and it seems like it's speaking to these people. And you guys can see that the door is kind of like iced over. No, you see a little bit of ice forming on the outside. It seems as if you hear it from the other side. If you don't want to work with me, Eliana, you're just gonna die. Is that what you want to do? You want to die right here, right now?
Hello? No one will be dying in this property?
It's got a crowbar.
You got a crowbar. Are you gonna open? You gonna open the door? Yeah, do a strength
I
save.
have a strong sense that there's something attached to this door.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Yeah, sure. You can
I
bust
mean,
it open.
Depends on how warped this dimension is compared to the other timeline.
Yeah, and you it's an easy check. So you bust the door open, and as you walk in, as you look out, you see a man, an undead man, and you see all these adventurers who are sitting here, and they're talking to him, and he looks over to you guys, and he looks back at the party, and he looks back at you, and then looks back at the party. He's like, that doesn't make any sense. There's what, and he's kind of like confused. He's like, there's only one dimension.
What doesn't make sense is why you're standing on that fine mahogany wood table with hide leather as well. I just noticed.
It doesn't. He's like confused. He's like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make, he's holding his head. He's like, it doesn't make sense.
What
It
are
doesn't.
you doing in my store?
It doesn't. Oh my god! When he's like, you kind of see his head kind of like very confused. He's like, there's 2 anchors, 1 time. It doesn't make sense. And he like
It's a tangle.
and he starts to like
Like the
fizzle
camera.
out. He starts to fizzle, and his body turns into like a dust form. And then as he fizzles out, you guys see the door again populate. And everyone's like, what the fuck is that? All right, your favorite time of the day. Everyone do strength saving throws.
Ah,
And
I
man.
would love to.
so is that easy to get rid of him?
Oh dang it! I got a 9. Goodbye, guys. See y'all next universe.
So
Hey, I got a 10.
got a 10. Yeah, you get
I
dragged.
got an
in.
8.
Got 17.
Yeah, you guys, both of you are good, and then they get dragged in. The rest of your party gets dragged in immediately, and this guy fizzles out, and then Leon is looking, and he's holding onto the chair, and he's like, and he's looking at you, Les. Who are you? And his maddening noise, this screeching noise, is populating again.
I'd like to know the same too.
Yeah, another strength saving throw.
For who? Both of us?
Yep.
9.
2, 5.
5. And
I
he's
thought we
looking
were
at you,
gonna-
Les. He's like, it doesn't make any sense. Who are you? And as he's saying, who are you? You both get dragged in again.
We're gonna jump in anyway.
5
Yeah, he
over.
just jumps in.
Les doesn't fail strength checks. He just decides he doesn't want to play anymore.
Like,
Alright.
I'll humor you.
And you guys go through your portal and your dimension again. And you wake up, and it seems like a... Oh, okay, that's fine, yeah. You guys all awaken again. And, you hear noises that you've never heard before, like beeping noises, and you hear like sirens and stuff. And you wake up again, and Iris and Sterling, you guys are sitting out on this chair, and you guys are looking out into like what seems to be a balcony, and you see these weird instruments that are flying in the air. They look like some type of things that you've never seen before.
Fuck, we're in Detroit. Oh,
It's worse than the Shadow Realm. I'd rather be sent to the Shadow Realm than here. We're in Detroit.
Okay.
Did you move
Quick
move us? I'm still in the other.
Yeah,
place.
we're moving you right now. I'm gonna move you guys right now.
Oh,
So locate object last for 10 minutes. So what's the read on Iris's pendant?
You don't read anything again. You don't read anything.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Iris.
This is just like
Apple, you
those-
awaken and you are walking around, and everyone has like your outfit looks completely different. You have like a silk outfit, and it's bluish, and it has like a weird pendant on it. And you see Les, and Les is at the bar, and he's kind of like, you know, he's mixing it up and doing stuff. And you see a few ladies that have like green. You see one lady, she has like green hair and neon colors, and she's looking at him, and she's like, "Go Les, go Les, go Les. You know how I like it. Make my favorite drink."
I'm gonna ride up. I mix my shaker.
Get it started.
Let's, what,
I don't know what I'm doing here.
I don't know.
I'm trying to play along.
oh,
I don't even know how to make drinks.
carry on. And then I will just
Detroit.
looking at the voice.
Iris and Sterling, give me perception checks.
Right. Perception.
I can do a perception check. Oh, I got a 2. That
Got a
means
2?
it's an 8.
Well, your passive perception is good enough, so it doesn't really matter.
I get 16.
Yeah, your passive perception is really good. You look over the edge of this area, and there's just clouds everywhere, and you can't see the ground. And you're looking next to you, and you're looking at everybody else, and everything has like a weird beeping noise sticking to it, and you don't understand what most of this technology is. And you see a machine on the back that's playing music. And as you guys are sitting there, what seems to be Nicto walks up to you guys and is just looking at you.
Alright, give me like a word like to get into my new character.
No, it doesn't say anything. It's just looking at them.
Oh.
Can I help you?
I'm just gonna like question, like just say, what?
And it kind of like peers up for a second, and then it moves his arm. It moves his arm to the side together, and it says, "Sterling Goldleaf, Iris. And then he kind of like, you see like numbers populate on his face. ID number 2456789 ID number 245044444. Sterling Goldleaf, parking infraction, Zone B. Would you like to pay now?"
Excuse me, a parking infraction?
Yes.
I
ID number 426598999.
don't own a car. Or whatever.
And he drops you.
Carriage or-
He gives you a piece of paper. Pay parking infraction within 1 week of this time. Parking infraction not paid will be sent up. You will be found.
What is a car?
I don't. It's on the piece of paper.
Yeah, I don't think he was-
Does it? What does it mean to park? Like, there's a public spaces. I have an infraction on a public space.
Yeah, it was.
Do I own a public space now?
I'm just gonna like take a look at it like. What does it say? 729D?
Yeah. This is
That's
ac-
not gold.
Yeah,
What
it
is-
actually says C. Is there a C next
C?
to it? There's a C next to it, and there's a line in the middle of the C that goes through it. And then next to it says credits.
Credits. Credit's not a form of currency. It's a. Well, I mean, I guess technically it is because you receive it from someone else as an exchange for goods and services. But credit's given to you because you did something.
Yeah, and then Apple and Les, you guys are there, and there's this magical major image, what it seems like, behind you, and it shows a bunch of different bots and stuff that look like fucking Nicto. They all look like Nicto, and they're all lined up, and it's showing like images of like them being built in factories and stuff. And on the thing, you guys hear Nictobots. Nictobots are life. Nictobots are the future. Nyctobots keep us safe. And you see them being like implemented into schools, and you see them being implemented in like, you see like the president is like shaking hands with a Nyctobot, and like, you know, they have a finger, they have a thumbs up and everything.
Wow, great. This isn't creepy at all.
Yeah, you can walk around. Yeah, you can walk around. Yeah, you can. As you go around, you
It's
see the
paradise. The true utopia. This is what El Penguino hopes to be.
Hey, yeah, you open
Apple,
the
what
door.
is going on?
And Apple, as you see Apple, she, like I said, she has this silk outfit on, and her hair is done in a completely different fashion, and she has like a bluish hair, and she has tattoos on her neck and on her arms, and they're glowing a
Yep.
pinkish color.
Do I
Where
own
did you
this
get that?
establishment? You know, I don't know either.
What's
And as Sterling walks up, and you guys see
No.
Sterling has what seems to be her horns are glowing, and then you can see her eyes have like, they have like two goggles on them that are kind of like implanted onto her face.
What
I love
happened to you,
Cyberpunk
Sterling?
so much.
And I walk past her.
Am I still a cat person or?
Yeah, you're still a cat person, but everyone seems to be like really,
Okay.
like everyone seems like really like nonchalant about it and not weird about it. And this lady walks up to you, and she looks and she's like, "Oh," and everyone starts to walk up to her, and it's like, "Oh, oh, oh," and they start feeling you and touching you,
Oh,
Nice.
and you start like petting you and stuff. It's like, we didn't know that Voss just started all those experimentations. It seems that they were successful. So interesting, crazy. Oh, how did you get into the program? I've been waiting for years.
I was a good friend of his before his success.
Yeah, the biomutant program it hasn't started yet.
I'm sorry, I cannot really speak about it much.
Oh no, I quite understand. I understand about that. And they just they sound her off, and you can see all of them. They go to their tables, but you see something familiar that you wouldn't expect to see. That was very familiar. They're all drinking purple haze.
Oh,
Am I
you,
serving purple haze?
Yeah, you're serving purple haze.
Oh, that's terrible. I'm a terrible person.
Like I said, you guys
You
all
became
walk
the
up.
very thing you swore to destroy.
Right?
That's what you do.
You were said
Why
to
do you
bring
say
balance
that
to the
stuff
force.
right now?
So yeah, you guys all like coop up over here at the bar. The music is loud. A bunch of techno music's playing, and you see you see a DJ in the corner. Pump up that fancy music. BJ Changeling in the mix. BJ Changeling!
Oh my god.
Bump up that fancy music. Where's Apple? Where did she go?
Oh, I went to this.
Oh yeah, the
She
guy
came over here and asked me what was wrong and then left.
Yeah.
She's like,
The
that
guy
sounds
goes-
like a you problem.
The guy looks over and he's
Yeah,
like, yeah,
great.
yeah, what do you want? What are you looking for?
I was wondering, do you know the owner of this establishment?
Of this place?
Uh-huh.
Oh, this is one of Voss's subsidiary locations.
I'm just gonna like
What?
look-
What?
Yeah,
Owns
Voss owns most of the restaurants. Then he looks over points over to the sign, and a sign you see on neon, it says Voss Boss Moss, the best place in town.
Nice, he's even got his own rhyme.
I'm just like
It's over,
gonna-
guys. He's rhyming.
I'm gonna look
the
over
true
the
mark
bar
of
and I'm
villain.
just gonna like look over to Les and like quietly whisper so only he can hear me. You're the same Les I know, right? You
Yeah, Les is he is sporting no shirt on still, and his haircut's a little bit different. He has like a mohawk going, and he has like sunglasses on, but he still
The-
he's still shirtless.
okay? The way I'm gonna ask him if he's like the same less I know is I'm gonna. Did you fucking elf 3 hours ago or so?
Hey man, I don't do that. I don't know what you're talking about, but I think we should all stand here and have a drink, and then we need to find Voss. And I'm been serving purple haze, right?
Yeah, you're serving pepper haze. You can make
So
other
I'm
drinks if you
gonna-
want, but that's like on the menu. Like that's like the thing that everybody wants. Like you have like different cocktails. You have like a fountain behind you that actually has like it's like pouring out a bunch of purple haze.
Out of character, do we know that we're in these different dimensions?
Yeah, you guys are just trying to figure
Or-
out what the hell's
okay.
going on. Besides Voss.
All right,
No,
so
Voss for now.
I'm gonna pinch myself. Do I feel any pain?
Yeah, you pinching.
But does it hurt? Like,
Yeah, it
I
hurts.
feel that. Okay, never mind. We're not drinking purple haze then. I'll give everybody a drink of whatever they want.
Grape juice.
And then you see one of these bots come up again, and it goes up to Apple.
Oh shit. Apple, you have a visitor.
ID number 244446555.
What do you
Would
want?
you like to pay your infraction now or later?
I don't have any cash on me. In fact, I'm in debt.
Ha ha ha. We don't. What is cash? We know credits.
Or credits or whatever your currency may be here.
Apple
Do you know
Fleetfoot.
Voss?
Infraction 244444444, and he keeps going
Do you know
44444.
Voss?
Nobody
meeting with
speaks.
him.
Nobody speaks with Voss.
He's my manager.
He is everyone's manager. He is my manager.
Need to go full Karen mode right now.
I didn't give him permission to have everyone as manager except my establishment. There must be something wrong.
Refusal to pay will cause Refusal to pay will cause you to be sent to jail. Is that what you would like, Apple Fleetfoot?
Boss has a cupboard for me.
Yeah, and you see as the creature kind of like his arms come out, and the robot has the bot comes out and it has like his arms come out, and then on his shoulders you see two things that look like turrets a little bit come out.
I'm gonna walk out from behind the bar and I'm carrying drinks, right? Since I'm
Yeah.
bartending. And I'm gonna spill my large stein of beer all over this robot.
All over the robot.
Now, Les, there's no reason to get fussy. Apple would
Oh, I
love
just
to serve
tripped.
fine Angel. She's got a thing for it, right, Apple?
What the
They're-
hell happened? What did
They're
I-
liquid proof, by the way.
Liquid. Oh, yeah, they're liquid.
You're
Obviously
not
he
here.
built.
You're not
Obviously
here.
he built it. They made
You're
sure
not
they were
here.
liquid proof.
Even Iron Man had weaknesses. All right.
I mean, considering how willing
This
she was
is like
to be an
superior
accessory
Iron Man.
to murder earlier today, I would think she would love some jail time. In fact, I think she deserves it.
Oh, I know you're holding a grudge. to me.
Yeah, I know you're
So,
holding a
like,
grudge to me.
But
It's
Mr.
not
Bond-
holding a
Good.
grudge, but you haven't apologized.
sorry, dude. Is that enough?
No! You bargained with my life, and I get a word.
would I be able to see like a name tag on this Nictobot to like see what ID it would be?
Yeah, it just has a number plated on the side of on his shoulder. It just says Nictobot, and it has a string of numbers next to it.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna say like, hey Nictobot, and obviously the string of numbers. I'm one of Voss's friends, part of the genetic modification program. Would I be able to see Voss and talk a bit about the terms of my contract?
Nobody speaks with Voss. Voss is the boss.
Well, I'm one of his great friends. You can see I was part of a special program that is limited to very VIPs of him.
Yeah. And as you are all sitting there or whatever, you guys see a goblin who kind of like sits up over here onto the stage, and BJ kind of, says her name. He says, we all have a special treat for you now. Here comes the dancer, the mesmerizing, the alluring Fibbin. And you see as this goblin comes out, and a stage kind of populates from underneath, and she begins to start dancing, you know, kind of like there, and everyone's like, yeah, Fibbin.
Oh,
This
God.
is my favorite part. I'm going to go watch Fibbin.
Really need to get out of here, please.
And everyone's like, Fibbin, Fibbin, Fibbin. There's like lights everywhere, and you know, things are going around. Refusal to pay will cause monumental damage.
Jew.
And you see as his lights, his eyes turn red. And as all this is happening, the major image, or whatever you guys think of as screen, populates with everything. Now, to a word to our sponsors. Have you felt that you just can't care for yourself anymore, and you just can't live with life anymore, and your grandchildren hate you? To our newest model, Nurse Nyctobot, coming to all homes very soon, and it shows a Nyctobot, and it's wearing like a nurse outfit, and it shows like a little, little montage of like the Nyctobot. Nyctobot, Nurse Nyctobot, can emulate any voice that you would prefer. And then you see one of the old ladies that has a thumbs up. My Nyctobot sounds like Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's my favorite.
Like,
Get
what?
the chopper.
Without
the UFO.
without my Nyctobot, I don't know where I'd be. My grandchildren hate me.
You need to find boss.
And then as the words go by, one world. It's a lady shows up, and she's kind of wearing like a futuristic outfit, and she has like her eyes are red and stuff. Now, everyone, view the center of a beautiful town, Voss Town. A valuable leader has an announcement to make to all of you, and everyone's like, Voss! And everyone kind of like starts to scramble, and they all start to go outside to like the viewing area. And you see the
Where's
crowd.
that?
You see the crowd as everyone starts to go outside and look outside. And you see the Nyctobot is kind of like, you know, gesturing, kind of like making sure that everyone is kind of like moving in the right direction and everything. No one's getting stuck or anything. And as you guys walk out, do a perception check.
14?
Hey.
14? 16 should be good enough. What the we have to let the planet burn. Sonic 2 Adventure Bridge.
Imagine.
I love that creepypasta so much.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys all walk outside and you're like, everyone's
I
yelling
got a
like,
nat 20.
oh, perfect. Oh, you got a nat 20? You can see from across, you see a building and you see like it open up and you begin to see a ginormous robot start to populate from inside of this building and pull up. And then you see a bunch of Nyctobots flying around it. And then the Nyctobot over here, you know, kind of like moves everybody around and stuff or whatever. And he kind of just like turns to the other side and kind of like salutes. One world under Voss. One world under Voss. One world under Voss. Supreme Leader Voss.
Oh,
This
yeah,
truly is the darkest timeline.
Yes.
this feeling really not good.
Yeah, and you see like fireworks populate and stuff, and then you see this giant mech begin to start to fly up. Oh, if it doesn't want to do that, it always does that. Oh, of course. It does it every fucking time. The bot flies through. You see this giant, like I said, you see this giant mech begin to populate from here, and you see a bunch of smoke and stuff, and fireworks start to come out. And I'm gonna give you permissions to this, DJ. And everyone is going crazy. Voss, 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 Voss! Our savior, our leader, Voss! And Voss is attempting to do a you are doing a speech for the town, just explain to your citizens and everything how Voss bots are now going to be in every home and every street. You guys have manufactured enough to the point where there's no need for a police force anymore.
That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, am I like announcing it from the robot?
Yeah, there's a major image that populates from above him, and you kind of see Voss's face. But Voss's face is a little bit different. He has a different hairstyle. Like, you see the robot, but it's emulating his face. And his hairstyle is kind of like slicked back, like really cool slicked back hairstyle, like perfectly curated and stuff. And then he's still holding a drink in his hand.
Of course. In all timelines,
Yeah.
that's the real anchor
That's the
to
real-
the universe. Ladies and gentlemen, and to all my citizens watching this in taverns as instructed, for the next hour, all purchases of Purple Haze and Purple Haze alone shall be paid for by Voss Corp.
I
Now-
love you.
Yep, and I love you too, citizen. We're always listening, as
Yes.
you're all aware.
As you're all...
And with good reason, I'd like to address. This utopia came to me once in a dream long ago. A dream of a world suffering where those struggling couldn't, even accomplish the basic needs to survive. And so I strove, and in that dream, I saw it, and I gestured to one of the bots. I saw this machine, and I knew I had to dedicate the rest of my life to recreating it, and I did, again and again and again, until I was able to build an army to create this world that welcomes all, creates peace for all, and those who would stand against it, we know what happens. What's that, audience?
Voss bots.
That's right.
Voss bots. Voss
Voss
bots.
I like do the hand close gesture to stop the chant right when they stop right away.
Yeah.
And it's like Voss bots are your friends, but they're more than that. They're your protectors. Please continue to help them in any way possible.
And you guys see, but like one of the guys behind you is kind of like fidgeting and moving around. And he has this purple haze drink, and he throws it at the Voss bot. Fuck you, Voss bots! You've ruined my life! They all took my jobs! I can't do anything now! And you see as the Voss bot looks over, and it starts to fidget a little bit, and the screen begins to turn red. And you watch as this Voss bot, enemy of state, Voss, and he kind of like communicates back to you. Permission to eliminate.
Voss like, looks like concerned.
Yeah.
And just like sighs, shaking his head, and he's like, "It's a shame, but we know what must be done. Permission granted."
And you see as this Voss bot takes out a cannon and kind of like puts his hands together and builds a cannon together at one. In one swift motion, you see a ginormous laser go and immediately decapitates this guy.
Oh,
Ew.
no.
And then everyone's like, yeah, the interloper, you gotta kill them all.
All right.
That's
I'm
right,
gonna-
citizens. But remember what we're really celebrating today. Voss Corp. or whatever it's called.
Corpo fucks.
Corpo fucks.
Yo, chill, my tunes. I'm just a
Arasaka's
regular
got this
guy.
whole place on lockdown.
Yeah, and
I'm just a regular guy.
boss, you kind of like flip a switch, and you're able to transfer your. You can see everything, and you can talk through the Nyctobot that's over here. Because you kind of went to see the scene of the crime and everything, and then make sure that everyone's doing all well and everything. And you see these 4 people that look familiar to you.
By the gods.
And you can
It's
speak.
you.
You can speak to a Nyctobot, but it has to be a robot voice.
By the gods. It's you. Beep boop.
And you see as this bot begins to speak to you. And you see like on the faceplate, you see like it's projecting Voss's face, and you see his hair is different, and he has like he has a little scar in his head, and his eyes are like looks like he has different contacts on or something.
Yeah, he has like a look of like shock, subtle sadness, almost yearning, as like he looks at you with familiarity.
Yeah.
And yeah, and he's like, "It's you. I'm sorry, we haven't met, but I know you. The dream I was just speaking of, it was of you guys. I made this world
I'm just gonna like
to be a world like."
I'm gonna come up really close to Nycto, but I'm gonna be like, "Oh, cut the crap, boss. You know us. Are you enjoying yourself in this
Dude,
world? You must
that's what I was
you
saying.
must be."
Of course I'm enjoying myself. I created the perfect utopia, and the people that inspired me to create it are here now. In a way, and I gesture to the city, this isn't just my work, it's yours.
Oh,
Can you
man.
remove my
Boss,
fucking
boss,
depth?
look me in the eyes. Look me. You know you haven't created this world. The boss of this world created this world. Not you. You've appeared here, probably at
I
the same
am
time
the
as
boss
us.
of this world.
There's
Can I make
purple haze.
Can I make a insight
Should've
check on that
retired.
one?
Yeah, you can do an insight on the robot.
I got a net 20, 26.
You kind of
Like,
see,
way out of this
looking at the screen and seeing Voss's face, he kind of twitches a little bit when he says that.
All right. Boss, you know we have to get back to our own universe. The shop is currently
Why?
probably unprotected.
Why would you
You
want to
know
go
that.
to your universe? Didn't you just hear me? I made my universe a place for you to be. You should be celebrating, and you're here.
Rewind. Didn't you just like railgun someone for suing you?
Yeah.
I feel like we kind of
He's a
breezed over
criminal.
Did you? Well,
yeah.
Criminal.
Penguin
He's
now?
only. He's
Protester.
only.
You know what happens when you let protesters fester? Like a
Yeah, and-
cancerous cell, they just grow and grow. That's what
Okay.
happened in your world. People just.
I didn't realize
left-
you were North Korean, but okay. Yeah, sure.
Oh my god.
I'm a utopian.
So hey guys, votes for keeping Voss in this world and just going to the next one.
Oh no.
Yeah, I think the power of creating this utopia has gone to his head. Also, if this place is supposed to be perfect, why do I have a... And she pulls out the piece of paper.
Yeah.
A parking ticket when I don't have whatever this car thing is.
This must be a misunderstanding. Look, all your previous offenses, I'll have them warranted. But as I continue to say, you have no need. What's there for you? Right? Like this is the start of something amazing.
I left, like,
And he
my
like
favorite
gestures, like
pillow
offers his
in the
hand out,
original
like,
one.
Yeah.
oh, is it?
Oh, I was just saying I
Let's
left my
get out of
favorite
my
pillow
drink
in the
cup.
original room.
You're producing the thing that El Pinguino is producing. The purple haze. You found it at a bar. I think
No,
this is
he,
a step in the.
Wait.
He perfected it.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know who this El Penguino guy is. Don't compare me to that rat bastard.
Don't compare me to that.
but yeah, this is my perfected recipe, and it makes people happy, and it's cheap. It cost me nothing to make it free.
So you
For an
made
hour.
heroin.
So you made heroin.
No, we did not make heroin.
And then
I thought we got rid of all that.
the bot begins to the bot
I
begins to
mean,
like
because-
turn red. Is like permission to kill the muscly man.
No, relax. We'll figure this out, all right? But I think it's better if you all come with me.
You
I
know,
mean, do
you
we
should
have a
come to
choice,
us.
or do we
You-
get railgun?
You are in the
No,
giant mech.
You don't I would never do that to you. I'm telling you, I'm here to help you. You're just a little confused.
Yeah, and as you guys are talking, the mech begins to fly, and he flies over. I can't make it fly. It's like weird collision.
I got one incredibly important question.
The mech
You
begins to
guys-
fly to you.
What's up?
You fly
Do
the
I
mech over
still-
there.
Sorry.
You're good. You're good. Keep going, Sterling. Sorry.
Do I still own my drink company?
I would have to check the records. Do I have access to that?
Yeah, you pull up a
actually,
you
yeah.
pull up
Well,
a screen.
I own everything. by
Yeah,
the
you pull
way,
up a
but-
little screen and it shows you all their ID numbers. You see all their faces, their infractions, everything about their lives. You immediately like are able to see it in your screen in your little HUD.
No, I'm not seeing your drink company here, but there's plenty of establishments like we can eliminate, and you can like take their spot. So, you just let me know.
I forgot to check.
Uh,
Do I have my amulet?
Your amulet. Yeah, you now
What is it
you
now?
have now you have what's it called? What's that shit called? You just have like a neon. You have a neon green necklace on your neck.
I'm gonna look through it, and I'm probably not gonna
Does it
see
glow in the
anything.
dark?
And I'm like, guys.
No, that was the last one.
Well, so I can see you've created utopia for us, I guess. But, I
Oh,
wouldn't really consider
Thank
it.
you. What is your name?
What
Oh
is
yeah, I have the
it?
scanners
Like,
right here.
you see,
I only saw you in my dream, and got a gist of what happened. But no, I have your records here, Apple.
Yeah, so
Or
you
prefer
the mech
this
is
week
just like on the edge of the thing and it's just flying in the air and then it opens up and you can see Voss is inside of this ginormous mech and you guys are just talking face to face.
the thing is, our universe is in trouble. I think
It's
you've
beyond
stayed here
help.
long enough. And
Well, I've lived
not
here my
with that
whole life. yeah.
railgun. Like, did you realize we're leaving our
Oh,
universe in trouble?
Unfortunately, this railgun is patented.
Yeah.
So I couldn't give it up. Rules, but I don't understand. Well, so everything I did here wasn't enough. I just you want me to go save your world too? You're here now. What are you seeing with that?
Yes. I want to go back to my world. I want to save it.
Voss, can you come over to your mech? It's very big and menacing. I want to talk to you face to face, because as much as I think you're currently being very selfish, I still
Yes.
like your face more than the big mech.
Selfish. I'm literally offering you paradise, but sure. And I'll like hop off.
Yeah,
the
so
mech.
as you guys look at the mech, the mech has like a bunch of numbers on it and stuff and it says one world under Voss, superior Voss. And he comes out and he's wearing like a dashingly nice outfit and kind of like a hologram or like lasers populate from there and it builds like a little bridge for him and Voss is able to walk out.
If we stay here, do we get one of those?
I mean, it's probably expensive, but we make like one a week.
like manufacture one of these ginormous
Yeah,
mechs
yeah.
a week.
Well, like that we can like give out to people.
Oh,
I was gonna like go to Sterling. I'm gonna be like, I have a bit of a theory, but I'm not sure if it's gonna work.
What's the plan?
The thing
Well,
is, oh, you can go.
it seems that this entire world is was themed, right? And well, Apple seems to be the universal world anchor for whatever world we travel to. Plus, there is a secondary world anchor, which would in this world maybe be Voss. Which means my guess is that if they touch, maybe it will trigger the portal thing again. Maybe.
Can I
I'm
try
not
shake
sure.
Boss's hand?
Yeah, you're gonna try to touch his hand.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
you're finally starting to see sense. I'll extend my hand out like a handshake.
Yeah, and as you do that, the door populates behind you again. And it starts to suck you guys in again.
Oh, wow.
Hi guys. Stay
Say
safe.
lost into the box. I want out of here.
Yeah, you just walk.
Yeah,
You just
yeah,
purposely
yeah,
walk. Everyone else is screaming. They're like, "What the fuck?"
Well,
No.
I'm failing my strength check on
Yes.
purpose. Fuck this.
No,
Oh,
I'm
no.
gonna have the robot try to grab all of us. And I'll be like, no, come back!
No, yeah,
Don't leave!
you guys get sucked in. For the last place, this is the final place. That's so fucking funny. One world under Voss.
Hey guys, I have this theory. Let's just take a side. Ah!
Okay, move you guys. You guys can move all yourselves back to You guys are all here at the house. Just move yourself back to Apple's house real quick. Or I can fetch you. I can fetch you guys over here real quick.
Yeah,
And
mine's
just look
mine's
at
just
the
like
old-
waiting on GM.
Oh yeah, I can invite you
Yeah,
in. This is the
still
last
on the
part.
Steam screen.
Yeah, you guys are at the house over there, so if you guys can move yourself back to Apple's. And you come up to this familiar world, and you guys are all just sitting there, like back at the shop, but the shop looks weird, like very weird to you. Like it doesn't look exactly the same. Like it has like the same foundation and everything, but on it says Sterling and Iris Co. All your nicks and necks, anything necessary, and you see posters all over everything, and you hear like what seems to be kind of like vehicles as well outside and honking. And there's a guy outside, and he comes out, and you hear, and he's yelling outside, "Get your news here! Get your news here! All walking around, get your news! Anybody need a newspaper?" You guys go back to Apple's place.
I'm just.
I'm not sure where that is.
And the guy comes up. "Oh, would you like some news? You got your newspaper here.
Sure. Newspaper.
There you go."
Yeah, sure.
Did you say it says Sterling? And
Yeah, it says Sterling. It says Sterling and Iris Co. Nicks and knacks for all your uses. And as you guys look
Oh,
outside,
colleague, a customer.
No, that's someone who. I'm gonna read the paper. Can I read something like?
yeah,
on
Oh,
it
I'm
that's
so
like-
dumb. I thought it was a customer.
yeah, and everything. When you guys notice, everything in the world is like a different color. It's not a regular color. It's like 1950 television, black and white.
Oh, you motherfucker.
Oh fuck, we're in WandaVision. Oh,
Everything
Yeah, I
is-
was gonna
know.
say,
Yeah.
damn it. You gotta find Scarlet Witch. now.
Everything is in black and white, and you guys notice it
Holy
after as soon as the guy comes up to you.
It should actually, it reminds me of not WandaVision, but that one like television show that was like, it was like a super like old serial where there was like this woman, everything was black and white, and the woman like found colors, and the colors were like emotions, and eventually the entire town ended up being like painted, even though it was like considered taboo to be painted. It was a
Ah,
cool
you're talking
show.
about Ex Machina, one of my favorite movies. Are you talking about the Turing test? I know exactly what you're talking about. Anyway. And as you guys read the paper, it talks about Faerunian troops finally have seceded from The enemy. Waterdeep has finally been rebuilt after the explosion. Dragonlance elite SEAL team has taken out the adversaries.
Hmm.
El
Golly,
Pinguino is
thank goodness.
Yeah, the giver
Now I'll
too.
be able
Yeah,
to
the
sleep
giver.
easier at night.
Well, you guys all have you guys are wearing like formal dress. Like all your outfits changed as well. You guys are wearing 1950s attire, except for fucking Les. He still has slacks on and a tie, but he has no shirt on.
I definitely still have the bow tie.
He has a bow tie but no shirt on.
I want to check.
I have like the noir Spider-Man like trench coat and fedora.
Took the opportunity.
Oh, and
I'm
he
just
comes.
gonna,
He
like-
says, he comes with. Oh, if you look at the section on the back of it, the newlyweds. Congratulations, Apple and Les.
What?
Oh golly! Congratulations!
Wait, is this my
Thanks,
store?
I guess.
Yeah, as you look out, you see like old-timey vehicles kind of like walking around. Everyone's wearing hats and suits, and everyone's walking around Haylift Town.
Alright, so we're back at the shop. That's good news. The
But
bad
even
news.
Sterling and Iris.
Yes, but the place looks the same. The issue is it seems to be different time.
Anime girl blushes.
As far as I understand. I mean,
It could.
Oh, nice. I like that. Yeah, Sterling and Iris have been exceptional. They've been doing an exceptional job here.
They're like still a Pinguino in this universe.
I don't know. You probably have to go ask around and figure it out.
El Pinguino is the Fidel Castro of this world.
Oh my god.
I watched him in a business a long time ago.
SEAL Team Dragonlance is trying to take him down.
They got a Pinguino. And
It's their 76th attempt. They
you
failed
see
every
the you see
single
this
time.
jabroni guy
Guys, they
come
got
out.
him.
See this jabroni come out. He's like, Luigiano and Marcel's Pizzeria is opening up, guys. If you're interested, get in there. Freshest
this is the
pizzas
real
all
crap.
around. And congratulations on the newlyweds
Hey,
as
I
well.
doubt it.
I don't
Les
even
is
remember.
gonna Les is gonna look at Voss and be like, I feel this primal urge to go beat those people up.
Those beat their ass.
Oh golly, me too. For some reason.
That stool is
Uh,
calling to me.
And I watch.
Uh,
I'm just waiting patiently for the next person to come and jump.
You're gonna jump at the next person that shows up.
okay, guys, we don't know anything about this world so far. We should stick together, I think. Maybe? First of all, I'm gonna check like where the storage usually would be in our shop to
Yeah.
see if I can
Yes,
find
it is.
something,
Leroy Jenkins.
some information.
Yeah, as you guys go in, the place looks pristine. It's all like plastic, plastic all over everywhere. You got the 1950 fridge in there, and you guys are just selling like literal knickknacks. So you guys selling. You guys sell jewelry. You guys sell glass, different types of glass points. You guys do alcohols for the town if people need glass or stuff in their house.
We're still selling peach pep.
Of course, that's a staple.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like it's expanded into its whole own thing, where it's like you've got the original energy drink, and then we made it a tea, and then we made it like a beer, and then
Yeah.
we made it a
It's a Fortune
wine.
500 company by now.
Yeah. And Les, as you look down, and Apple, you both have wedding rings on.
Ah, is it cool looking?
I don't know how we got married.
Yeah, I don't remember you asking me ever, so.
Well,
I sushi.
That's how
Well,
it works in Les's mind.
I know that this probably isn't our world, but it doesn't hurt to check. I'm gonna go in and check into the register and the accountant book.
Yeah, you see
See, like-
literal regular old-fashioned money. Old cash, old pennies, coins.
I'm assuming I don't have any on me.
No, yeah. And you do a perception check. You have a passive perception. On as you open it and you look at one of the bills has it's a $20 bill and it has Bibbler's face on it.
Oh, I love this world so
Oh,
much.
no. Oh no. Oh god. Alright, interesting. I don't know what that means. I guess I wouldn't be familiar with the fact that they put president faces on bills.
Yeah.
So my character would just be like, why is Bibler
Would you like to look at the other bills?
Yeah, sure. Give me the $5 one.
The $5 one, let me get it for you. Valera the Rat Queen, $5 bill.
Interesting. $10 one, yeah, sure, let's go. I should have done $10 first, so they should have
Okay.
went down the line.
$10. Yeah. $10 bill has DJ Plasmoid on it.
DJ Plus.
Oh, the goat.
The goat.
And the $1 bill then.
$1 bill has let me get the fucking thing real quick.
It'd be just funny if it's just randomly just like Benjamin Franklin.
$1 bill has Juno on it.
Juno. Alright.
Boss, we definitely are on some coins after that performance.
Yeah, come on. We stole that show.
We did.
And you know, obviously less because he's huge has to be the 50-cent coin.
Yeah. Yeah, you do
No,
notice
they put
something
him
as
on the
well.
small points so that he looks even bigger.
As you guys
But
look
it's just less
outside, you guys see
than eight, so-
posters of
Oh, true.
you see posters of Les, and he's like wearing his tie and everything, and you know it's kind of like he's going for candidacy for a mayor of the town. And there's a picture of Apple next to him as well, kind of like holding him, like you know when they do like those prom photos.
I didn't know
My
you
little spoon.
wanted to be
Oh.
president.
Yeah, you're the little spoon.
Nice.
Alright.
I didn't either, but there's a lot of
Yeah,
things.
it
I
really
didn't
is the
know about
ultimate
here.
escapism.
$50 bill has let me get it for you real quick. A person that you've never met before yet, but it's a woman who has like elfish ears, and she's very beautiful. And on the $100 bill, very familiar face, you see El Pinguino.
Oh no.
That motherfucker.
Oh yeah. Alright, I'm gonna grab like just a bunch of bills of each kind just to have something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna turn to Stella. I'm gonna say, I'm guessing this is the money in this world which we will need. So we have some issues. First of all, we know that
From the store.
well, it's our store technically in this universe, so it's okay. We have some issues. Okay, so from what I understand, what has happened the last 2-3 times, there's certain anchors to words, and if they meet, they create that portal. We know that Apple is always an anchor, which is great to know. Our unfortunate thing is that we don't know who the second anchor is because we got lucky the first time. Well, El
Hi,
Pinguino
CJ.
became the El Pinguino became the second anchor by taking some of Apple's force. Then we got lucky the second time, and the third time it was kind of obvious based around the team, but it's not really obvious this time, and I'm afraid we won't get lucky. Unless, you know, there's one thing that maybe is a small chance. Apple and Les, could you maybe shake each other's hands? Maybe just it's like a tough, you know,
Maybe they need to kiss.
wild
I'm
guess.
shaking hands.
Yeah, you gotta shake hands. Nothing happens.
True love's kiss.
True love's kiss is the
Oh,
only
yeah.
answer.
We'll break his spell.
The other immediate answer
Yes,
is that it's
you're
either
putting it in
you
your
or
mind.
me, because we own the shop now, and that's a pretty major change.
That is a major change. But
Am I
me and
still like in character in this world?
Well, you guys, you're in character, but you kind of have like that high-pitched businessman kind of voice from the 1950s. Your armor is still there, and
you
ICJ is there too, but it's all steampunk.
so here's the issue. Me and Sterling weren't there when you guys went into the basement. We wouldn't know about the basement, so
That's
Oh.
true.
I thought because the door set off an AOE attack throughout the
I
house that
remember like hearing it.
we all asked
Like,
about what
like,
that was and then learned about it.
oh, I
No one
didn't
ever
hear
told
it.
me what
My
it was.
I got cat frequencies. I didn't hear it.
Oh,
Unfortunately.
so then only you don't know that.
Yeah.
I'm piecing two and two together, but no one told me directly what it was or that there was a door in the basement.
Oh,
But like when
Well,
when
we
the
should
door opened,
we should go check
with,
out the
with
door
El
then.
Pinguino, it made the same sound. So Sterling has pieced it together.
well, I don't know nothing about no. Oh, that's the wrong voice. I don't know nothing about the basement either. You see.
Like tuning a radio.
And as you guys are,
I just look at whatever makes me laugh the most. is
as you
what I will-
guys, as you guys are talking and everything, you guys hear kind of like a small parade that's outside.
I love parades.
And
Let's
you,
split
you
up
hear a
and
bunch
check
of
it out.
people. You hear a bunch of people coming out or whatever. And there's like a little float, and there's everyone's on the side or whatever. And you see El Pinguino. He's on top of the float, and it's like a old timey float or whatever. Our founding father, there he is, El Pinguino. Here it comes.
I'm just gonna be like look towards Apple. I'm gonna say, well, considering this world is the most similar to ours, the next best immediate answer is that the second anchor would be El Pinguino himself.
Wait, what if it's Bibbler?
Oh yeah, Bibbler. We gotta add
Bibbler.
Bibbler in there too. I gotta find my boy Bibbler.
Because he was on the money too.
Yeah, and Bibbler's
What
on the
if
Bibbler.
El
Bibbler is
Pinguino's a red
he-
herring?
yeah, Bibbler is on the float with El Pinguino on the back, and then the Rat Queen is also with him as well.
Oh, so she survived in this world.
Let me just make
She
sure.
survived in the other one too. She's just
No, I'm just saying we know
semi-permanently
she made it.
unconscious. Yeah. In our world, she's just semi-permanently unconscious.
Yeah, it's just a
Oh
bunch
my
of people.
god, it's a clone army.
Attack of the Clones.
Execute
One-
Order 66.
Mhm.
10,000
Yeah,
units
who
per
taught
day,
this
100
bitch to
more
shadow clone
thousand.
jutsu?
Yeah, it does. And he's going around, and he's wearing like a nice outfit, and he's shaking everyone's hands and everything. El Pinguino, without you, I wouldn't be able to live in this town. He's like, I got you. Anything you guys need, I got it. I'll handle it. Speak to my second in command, Bibbler. Make sure that everyone's good. Yeah, you got it, boss.
I'm gonna like push Apple towards the front with a strength check,
Okay,
I
I'll
guess.
shake their hands.
This is-
Wait, when they come arrive here, I'll just quickly
Yeah.
grab their hand and shake.
Oh.
Look.
And he kind of
I'm a
like
big fan of
was-
yours.
he kind of coils back for a second. Oh, the newlywed, Les. Yes, Les. Come here, Les. And the crowd is on. He's like, I heard that you finally, tied the knot after so many years.
Is it-
Yeah,
is it-
I just heard myself, actually.
Oh, you know how it is. I mean, you got that ball and chain on you now.
Oh, I wouldn't call them that. Seems kind of rude.
Oh, it's just a word of phrasing that we say in the 1950s.
That seems
Oh
to
God, are they all gonna be
unhappiness on yourself.
smiling?
But okay.
Are they gonna
Your
be
insecure state.
Can I
still
sh-
racist? Oh
can I
no!
shake
What?
Oh no!
Why do you say the year out loud like that? My nose starts.
Yeah, so why'd you say the year out loud like that? Oh, you want to shake his hand? Yeah, you shake his hand.
Yep. And then I shake Rippler's hand.
Bilber kind of looks over. He's like, I don't shake hands.
I just do it anyway.
Then he like kind of pulls his hand away. He's more of a you have to understand. He's one of those people. He doesn't want to get infections or anything. He's very a germaphobe. But that's what they call it.
Oh, true
I'm
love
just
is
gonna
kiss.
jump.
You what?
I'm just gonna jump at.
You jump on him? Hey, guards! What the?
Shake my hand.
And then this lady's like running up and like shaking his hand, and a bunch of guards pull her and then pull Apple away. Control your
You
woman.
can't outrun me. You can't outrun me.
Yeah, that's impossible. Good luck though.
Good luck though.
You need to keep your
Yeah. Control your
That's
woman.
crazy.
How could you? And the guards kind of like pull you guys out of the way. They kind of like move you.
Get to me.
They kind of pull you.
Oh, I get moved too.
I can shake
No.
his hand.
Please, if you want to have a private meeting or signature, you have to schedule with us on our own time.
Oh, we're both very busy people.
Yes, I can see that. You've been newly married. Maybe you should worry about the honeymoon instead of worrying about harassing my constituents. Yeah.
It wasn't harassment.
Yeah, Bibler.
Just gets excited.
And then they
Sterling
keep
is-
going. Are you gonna shake his hand too?
No, Sterling is just going to offer him a bottle of Peach Pep trademark wine as a. I'm very sorry for my compatriot's behavior. She's been out of sorts recently. You know, nerves, newlywed, all that.
No. And he goes like, "Oh, so you're the one who makes this wine? Oh, quite nice. We have to schedule a meeting one of these days. I want to make sure that business of yours, you guys are excelling here. I need to make sure that you guys sell more.
Well, that could be arranged.
Of course. This thing is so delicious. I want to see it in every restaurant I go to." Bibler looks
Well,
at him.
thank you.
Yeah, I drink that. I drink that thing all the time. I love it. Yeah, he's quite an alcoholic. But it's okay. It's the 1950s. Anybody can be an alcoholic. It's fine.
We have an alcoholic germaphobe.
And they go
God,
off
I'm
and they're...
starting to feel a little sick. Is there a doctor with cocaine around?
Is there a doctor? Straight
No,
morphine.
no.
They're gonna give you straight morphine.
So Bibler is just House.
Yeah.
He's Dr. House.
Yeah, and they continue off, and you know everyone parading and everyone's thinking, and you guys kind of see like older vehicles all around, driving them.
Bibble needs his Vicodin, bro. He needs it.
Get this man some Quaaludes immediately.
Yeah, and they're in the float and they're driving and they're going out for a second, and give me a perception check, all of you.
Perception.
A 16 beat it?
Nat 20 again, baby.
Nat 20.
24.
Ah, so you're the one
I'm
stealing all the
perceptive as hell.
18.
15.
15. 1 second.
13.
It's like profiting. Yeah, profiting over Apple's misery. Okay, 1 second.
So true.
If it wants to load in. Trying to get this character in here now.
Alright, so we have two theories. Either this is
You specifically with a nat 20, you see a man on the roof over here, and he seems to be holding some type of weapon of some sort. You've never seen it before.
Oh no, is this JFK? No, wait.
Quick, Apple. This is your chance to show that you've learned stuff. You need to jump in front of Bibler and shield him from the bullet. He's your family, remember?
You know
He
how
was
much I
raised
don't
by
want to
Granny
say
Apple.
So Les, you're the one.
Mention
You guys,
Granny in this.
Les can tell you guys, but you have a very limited timeline or a time here.
Fine. If I mage hand pull Bibler out of the way.
Would I?
I
would
think it'd be
say
too
that
heavy.
18?
Yeah, you can see it as well. You see a man up there, but you don't know what he's holding. Les can see that he has a weapon of some sort and he's cocking it back.
Because, like, it's 10 pounds of force, so I don't think I can move him. But, like, can I off-balance him enough to make the dude miss?
Yeah, you can put the mage hand over there and he kind of like looking at it, very confused what the hell it is. He kind of like slaps it out of the way. He's like, and he looks over, and he turns back and looks over. And you have about, we're gonna put you into initiative mode real quick. We're just gonna put 2 different initiatives, just you versus them. Why does it do this?
Talespire's technically still in beta.
Okay, there we got Les right there. And then we have Jin. Alright, Les and team. Les and team, what do you guys want to do?
Is Bibbler going to die?
We don't know who's gonna die.
Someone's attacking him.
Oh.
I think Bibbler's the anchor. That's my running theory.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll.
So we gotta protect him. If he's an anchor, then he's important enough to try and get killed.
I'm gonna run towards him.
Is my logic.
I could vicious mockery and insult him and be like, "Your
Yes.
outfit's so trash," and like, my feelings are hurt. I'm gonna miss now.
Yeah, so you guys decide what you want to do. So you did the mage hand. They got distracted by it. He slaps it, and he turns around, and they stop in the vehicle. So they're not moving now.
If I notice the guy with like a weapon,
Can I
So I
step
noticed-
up and to quickly get to his side?
To Bibbler?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can easily.
It's not my turn yet.
Oh yeah, I can just move you. You have enough movement. So yeah, you run through the crowd, and I need you to give me an acrobatics to see if you can jump past the crowd or whatever to go onto the car / float.
would my character with 18 perception understand that like
24.
maybe El Pinguino is in any sort of danger?
You don't know who's in danger at the moment. You know
Yeah, but,
who's
like,
aiming at.
would I see this? Okay, so I see this guy. Would I know that he's like trying to shoot at someone or like
He's shooting
trying to
someone
harm
at the one of them on the float.
Alright, I'm gonna 50-50 it. I'm gonna. Assuming I can still cast spells. Oh wait, do I have my amulet? If I
You
don't have my amulet,
have-
I'm not casting spells.
You have a necklace with a locket in it, and inside of a locket is a picture of you and Iris. Sorry, you and Sterling.
I see.
I'm not in my robot suit right now. Actually, am I?
No, yeah, you're not. But you do have a suit in this universe, but it is a steampunk version of it.
Oh, I activate it immediately, even if I don't do anything with it. Which I can't because that's my action.
Yeah. You can float. You can do like little. You have like jet thrusters and stuff.
I'll
So
try.
Apple is
I'll-
able to run to Bibbler, and you see as she sprints, and she's like jumping on the side, and she jumps on people, and then she jumps onto the float, and you can see like the security's trying to like push her out of the way.
I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on El Pinguino.
Pinguino? Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, how are you gonna cast Sanctuary? You have a locket.
Can I?
I mean, I don't know. Does it count as my spellcasting focus in this world? If
Sure.
it doesn't, I'm like
Roll a d6.
roll d6.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna roll it in the game.
Can I deflect missiles?
3.
3.
Yep.
Okay. So you attempt to cast Sanctuary, and you feel the magic rushing through you. Like you feel this energy rushing through you, but then it just dissipates.
-1 spell slot happens to the best of us.
No, you don't lose. You don't lose a spell slot or anything.
How cool I
Can I
get
try and
5,000
cast
credit.
Expeditious Retreat?
Yeah, you attempt to cast Expeditious Retreat, and the thrusters on your suit begin to like. You hear a bunch of noises and it starts to whirl up.
Come on, in every universe they have to be. I click my heels together. Does something happen?
Nothing happens.
I'm a fraud in this timeline. Then with only 70 feet of movement instead of the 80 that I should have, I'm gonna move in front of them here to be a like a get down, Mr. President.
Yeah, so you see Voss as he flies over, and security's trying to hold down Apple and Voss over here, and Voss is in his suit. Anything else anybody would like to do? Les, you're the last one.
I will be deflecting.
Hello?
Yeah.
Mr. President, get down!
Get down, Mr. President. Wow, a timeline where you guys are trying to save him, Penguin is crazy.
Oh.
He seems like a
What
nice guy in
happened?
this one,
Why
maybe.
are we saving me?
Let's hope he's a nice guy.
Why am I
Oh,
in
what?
initiative?
Because we're trying to figure out before the sniper shoots. You guys are doing stuff.
Oh, nice. JFK reenactment.
Yes.
Is this about that
Alright.
time?
So, is it my turn?
Yep.
Every
Um,
good show needs a JFK episode.
Oh damn, he's really far. Did we already hear a shot?
No shot or anything yet.
So this is like seconds before
Mhm.
disaster.
Yes.
Alright. See, what's my... I have all the same stats as normal does.
Yeah, but your spells might work, they might not work.
Awesome. How far are you? God damn it. Alright. I'll dash over to El Pinguino.
Okay. What would you guys like
I
to
guess I
do?
can get to right there.
So, Apple is going to do deflect missiles for Bibbler, right? Or that's what you're doing it for?
Yep.
Nikto, you're jumping in front of El Pinguino.
Yep, just in case the Bibbler theory is wrong, I'm gonna protect.
And Les, who are you jumping in front of?
Penguin.
Just gonna body shield right here. Just stand in front of the direct the direct line of sight right here. You said our spells might not
Well,
work,
the
so
sniper is right here, right?
Yeah.
I'll try it anyways. Bonus action and turn into my celestial form of radiance.
Okay. Yeah, nothing happens.
Okay, yeah.
You're
sick.
just a guy.
Didn't make sense. I was trying to like flashbang everyone within 10 feet of here, but
Yeah, so you guys
Yeah,
are
that's all I did.
split second. You guys are running and sprinting over to them, and you guys are trying to protect them. I just need flat D20 rolls. Nikto regular, and then Apple you can do it with advantage.
I'm only
you know
those
what?
people.
We cannot use magic, but
Well, I was able to
Um,
At
cast
19 on the flat D20.
Mm-hmm.
25.
25. Oh God.
I got a 7.
so I got my feature warding flare.
Wait,
which makes,
you got 25 on a flat D20?
I would just say just flat D20. What did you add, Spectre, to your roll?
I got the B or something.
Just whatever the plus is, just
Like-
minus that.
Well, the
Whatever
B
you
is a
want.
nat 20. If you're talking
Yeah.
about on
Oh, you got a
D&D.
nat 20? Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Let me roll
Hey, and
that
then I
down.
got 19. It's like, how could you do better?
you know, I
Okay.
was gonna cast warding flare, but warding flare only works on when they're attacking me, not anyone else. So sorry.
Okay, so this is what happens. Because Apple got a nat 20 as well. So it seems that there's a lot of nat 20s going around. The sniper cocks its weapon back and attempts to shoot. And you see as the bullet flies and it going in the direction, you're not 100% sure because El Pinguino and Bibbler are kind of like right next to each other. And it looks like it's going to the direction of El Pinguino, and it hits Nikto. But because Nikto is wearing armor, it dinks off of him, and it flies towards Bibbler. But Apple and Les are there. So Apple, you attempt to grab the bullet in midair, and you are able to stop it for like a second, but it shoots through your hand.
I lost a hand. Or...
No,
I
yeah,
get it.
you still have your hand. It just there's like a gaping hole in your hand now, and it hits Bibbler straight in the chest.
I don't think I ever liked him that much.
And then everyone is like going crazy. And we're gonna get out of that. You start to see everyone kind of like scramble and be like, he's like, Bibbler's down, Secretary's down, and then the guards start to run off, and they start to try to chase the guy that's the sniper, and you see as he like disappears into the building, and Bibbler's on the ground, and he's just like bleeding.
I'm gonna walk up.
Oh, security, do your fucking job.
Yes.
I'm gonna be like, okay, guys, I pretty sure I know first aid, and I am going to try with all my might.
Medicine check.
No, can I do cure wounds, please?
Yeah, you could try. You could try to do cure wounds.
I'm gonna manifest
Mhm.
my spell. I'm gonna look towards the
Say a
burning
prayer.
figure. Towards the burning figure. Yes, I'm
No.
gonna say a prayer, and I'm gonna try to cast level 2 cure wounds.
Alrighty. I need to get my
Do I need
d6.
to? Aye.
Yeah, you see the radiant magic start to emanate from your hands, and then you try to put it onto him, but none of the energy populates. Kind of like fire fizzles out on your hand.
No! Why can I be so unlucky? Fine, I'll do a medicine check instead then. No, I'd
Okay.
win. I have plus for wisdom, I'd win.
And then El
I got a
Pinguino.
22, I got a 22.
Yeah, so El Pinguino is like there, and then he's like holding Bibbler. He's holding him up, and then Bibbler's looking at him, and they're looking at each other, and he's like, "You were always the best boss." And
What?
he looks over and
He's
he's
your
like,
boss? Ah,
"I never want anybody else to be the right hand man to you. You're gonna make it, Bibbler. You're gonna make it. Don't say all this stuff." And you start to apply pressure on the wound and stuff, and then Bibbler is looking. You know what the fuck you're gonna get. And then Bibbler's like looking at El Pinguino, and he's like, and then Iris is like, she put enough force on the wound and is able to like stop the bleeding for a little bit, but you feel the blood as if it hit an artery. You feel the blood still splurging out. And then he looks over to
Yes.
Apple and says,
Will you shake my hand now?
"You know, I loved you as a cousin. I've known you for so long. If you didn't kick me out, then I never
I
would have
did
lived a
that?
life. I would have
Who
never
did
lived the
that?
life that I live now. And I thank you for all the harshness that you've given me, Apple." And you see El Pinguino, he's like
Even in
crying.
this universe?
He's like crying.
Come on, I try to help you.
He's not dying. He's not dying now. No way. Make sure you keep pressure on that wound, cat person.
I'm trying. If we don't have a blood bag in here within an hour, he's gonna bleed out.
And you can see that his head is
Within
kind of like
5 minutes.
his head is like jostling back a little bit. He's like, I don't feel so good, Mr. Pinguino.
No,
Don't
it's gonna be fine, man. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Alright, kid.
You'll be all right, kid. Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. Mr. Pinguino, I don't feel so good. So do you grab his hand apple?
No.
Even though he's bleeding on the ground crying. And he's losing a lot of blood right now.
Checking for pulse.
We'll say that, yeah. So Apple, you go, even though he's like dying, he's like on his last breath. You go and you grab his hand. And you see the door populate again, but it's like in a weird fashion. It kind of populates in the whole building. All of the store turns into kind of like a giant, like the door kind of populates in the front of the building and it opens up. And again, everyone's screaming for their lives and El Pinguino is looking at it. What the fuck is that? And
Alright, guys.
If you don't want to go in there.
Actually, we probably do because we just confirmed that Bibbler is the anchor being of this universe and he's dying. So this universe is about to lose its anchor.
yeah. And
So-
Again.
TVA is gonna be here any second now.
again,
what?
you guys get sucked. The what?
TVA.
Yeah, Susie says TBA.
Oh,
We're
TVA.
good. As soon as you guys
Oh,
say
shit, we're
TBA,
out.
you guys get sucked in, and then you're brought back to the front of the building. You're outside of the club, and you guys are brought back. No issues. Apple, you have a scar on your hand now.
From the bullet?
Yeah, you have a bullet wound scar on your hand.
Oh damn! Wish I never saved him. Never saved him.
And then Bibbler is there as well as you guys go back to your original thing. He's still kind of like under the effects of the haze, and he's like, I don't know what the hell that was, but fuck.
Wait, if we are in the original universe,
Bibbler, you're okay.
And then Bibbler's
Checking
like,
for a
Yeah.
scar on his
yeah, and then
chest.
Bibbler, yeah, and then Bibbler kind of like feeling his chest, and he's like, no, my chest feels weird. I don't know why.
Don't worry about it, Bibbler. You're fine now.
And he like opens his shirt, and
It's
you
all
see like,
better.
Scar on my hand.
yeah, you open his shirt, and he has a scar, and he has a scar on his chest as well.
They match.
Oh, remember
Oh, cousin scars.
no, no.
I don't
Alright,
know.
Well, since we are in the original universe, I'm guessing that Sterling is not doing so hot in terms of HP, so I'm immediately going to heal Sterling.
Yeah, you can. Sterling actually doesn't even have. She doesn't have anything on her. Like the stab wound is gone for some reason. She doesn't have the haze in her.
Really?
What about me?
Fair
Is that
enough.
it?
That,
I feel the
I'm
urge to dance.
No, yeah, you guys are completely good from the purple haze, and you guys are finally come back to this dimension, and you guys feel like jostling, and you guys have all these memories of all these things that happened, and you guys are just brought back. And Bibbler's like looking at himself. He's like, I had boobs.
You
That
did.
did happen.
I'm just gonna like walk
Yeah,
outside.
these children marriages.
I'm gonna
Then
look
we will-
outside to see like does everything look normal.
Yeah, everything's back to normal. Like people are just hanging around outside the town, and everyone's going to the tavern and stuff.
Hmm.
It looks like your grandmother's crazy magic managed to save us, Miss Fleetfoot.
But
Are we sure we
guys
weren't
are-
under the effects of the purple haze?
Nope.
I
It-
whatever.
I think we're
Just-
still out there.
That is true.
I suppose we're going
mean,
to be alive for a few more.
Is he
moments.
though? He got sucked into the portal. I mean, did he? Do you think he came back with us in the portal?
You will never know. But Bibbler, he's like, oh yeah, I got this thing, and you're like, Leo's been part of short. Leo had a whole love triangle going on.
Oh, is your marriage like official then? Because like a
I don't
priest
think so.
probably did it.
And
we collect.
and Bibbler kind of like, he spools out this map. He puts it on the ground. Yeah, while you guys were all in there, and I puked and whatever, I grabbed this thing, and it shows
There's a table right there.
Oh yeah, sorry. Took the kids. He puts it on the table and he shows it to you guys, and it shows different locations, and it all has names on them, businesses. One of them says Shivers, one of them shows a mansion outside, and it says Shivers on it. One of them shows like a manufacturing plant that says Snowball. It seems like these are locations of all the people that were in that room in the Royal Gallery, and where they're pertinently at. Well, like, obviously you guys couldn't take them while they were in there, so like maybe if we like, I don't know, kill them one by one, it'd be a little easier before you try to go get El Pinguino. But I don't know, like, honestly, I'm starting to feel like he's a cool guy. Something about him.
No,
Fiddler,
no.
not even 24 hours ago, you were swearing vengeance against him.
Yeah,
As
but
your
I don't
arch
know.
nemesis.
It seems like something weird
I
about
think you're
him.
getting a little mixed feelings lingering from you and him being good friends in the other timeline.
Yeah, like I remember I was dancing at one point too, and then you had like robots.
Dude, were you? I did have robots, and I was insane. So don't listen to that version of me.
Don't listen to that version of me.
Anyway, did you think he was a cool guy when he was stabbing poor Ms. Goldleaf
No.
to torture a deal out of Ms. Fleetfoot? That was like cool guy stuff behavior there.
No, but like I still have like vague memories of like me and him like taking trips to Bermuda with like other people, and then going to like Ibiza and all this stuff. Like it was so cool.
Yeah, you know what's at Bermuda? The Bermuda Triangle. He was trying to kill you, Dibbler.
No,
When
it
he
wasn't like
sent you there.
that. He got me my first car and everything. Whatever a car is, I don't know. And he kind of like,
What's the Bermuda? What's the Bermuda? I don't know.
No,
There
like,
is on the
I
map
don't
of
even know.
Faerun.
Why did he
He-
say what year it was?
he knows there's bleeding again. He's like, why did you say what year it was? My life was better back then. I don't know. Like I felt like Apple didn't want me as Gen, and then one universe she did was my friend. I don't know. I need a
So in other words, you feel rejected by the only family you have left. And I look
Wait a
over to
minute.
Miss Fleetfoot,
Wait a minute.
or to look to Apple, but
Don't judge me for.
don't be so cruel. Come on, this is your chance. Remember that the Bermuda trips and all that. That's not the only memories you have in there, Bibbler. I know you just don't want to admit it because how confused you feel. The memory of her rushing in front of you to try and save you.
Yes, that memory. Look, I still have this scar of.
Oh yeah,
Of me
that
trying
was
to-
you. Oh yeah.
When
Hey,
it mattered most, she saw you as family and rushed to your aid, even if she won't admit it now. Her true colors were shown, just like your true colors were shown.
I mean,
up?
I guess
Oh, she's being a student right now too.
Well, here's the map, and whatever. Maybe we should hit their spots. You know, kill them all and whatever. But like, I don't know. I gotta go think. And he kind of just like, you know, walks up slowly onto the onto the thing, and he just like closes the door gently and walks to his attic. So yeah, you guys have
yeah.
jumped into all these different multiverses and stuff, and you guys see the door that leads to the basement, and there's the blue hue still.
Oh,
Apple Fleetfoot into the Appleverse. Goddamn.
Yep.
maybe it is into Appleverse because, like, maybe if the enemies are in different dimensions, we have to take them one by one out there.
Possible.
Okay, well, what we should do is we currently stand kind of no chance against El Pinguino. And to stand a chance against him, we should get the resources, I think. And
Oh, are we gonna do the guild quest?
yes, that's what I was kind of hinting at. mean,
Guild quest. I mean, I
Good
don't
idea.
know if we should do them all. but I'd be down to do at least one of them. We got that other banding camp quest that could give us more resources for the shop.
Yeah.
I think that
Or-
one would be the best because it has a decent payout. Then we can get some gear that we can sell, and maybe that's gonna be enough to pay off
But
our debt
I'd feel
to the
bad-
Adventure
I'd-
Guild. Oh
I'd
well,
feel
your
bad though if we didn't find that cat after taking the quest poster off the board.
Yeah, and
Okay.
you guys notice on Nikto, on his shoulder, it says Nikto on it, Nikto and it also has an ID number on it.
Is
That's
it
right. I was an enemy. Oh no, no.
Or is
Yeah.
it like a
Wait,
tag?
what?
But yeah, we're probably just gonna end it there. We did a lot, and we went through the multiverse and did all that stuff. There's gonna be a lot of
Is
changes.
that Nico?
Huh?
I was gonna say, does that mean anything? Like,
Well, I guess you're gonna find out.
oh,
Apple has a scar. You have that. Les still remembers the taste of Raish's lips.
his flashpoint.
Sterling and Iris have a weird relationship now, possibly. Looking at the locket, you don't know. But yeah, we're gonna.
And so do Les and Apple.
Yeah.
I mean, do I have my amulet back, right?
Yeah, you have your amulet. You guys actually have
Let's
all
go.
your.
Thank God.
You guys all have your weapons and everything back on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're just gonna end it there. Thank you guys for watching. I know it was a little bit longer, but we'll continue Spice City next time.